And we're live.
We forgot to go live. Good job.
We did. We're right on time. Give or take. Yeah. How is everybody doing? Let's see who we got in here. We got Big Mike in the house.
I'm going to get mad at this cup.
I got volume controls in the background. It's been 2 weeks. We're amateurs. Give me a break.
At what point did we upgrade from amateur that we're going back down is what I want to know.
And we just stayed amateurs. I mean, okay.
Yeah, we're above par. It's fine.
Justin, what's up? Barbecue Mike, hey. Welcome to the show.
I can do this now. Look. Yeah.
Is that all you can do because of your finger?
It's fine.
It's fine. What's in the cup today?
I don't know. I'm trying this new lemonade I bought earlier today.
Oh, fancy.
I'm trying to be healthy and drink non-soda type items.
So, doused in sugar.
All the sugars. It's got some sodium.
2 hacks. What's up, brother?
It's only got 50 grams of sugar. I mean, is that bad?
I have no idea.
I have no idea either.
Yeah. Compared, I don't know how many is in a Coke. How many servings are in that cup? That's what I get you. Okay, well, at least they're not being dicks like that. Have you ever seen that where it's like 1 cup? There's like 4 servings?
Yeah, don't look at a chip bag.
Yeah.
Like 25 servings in a bag, and all those numbers are bad.
Yeah.
How many chips did you eat? I ate the bag. Well, you're going to die.
Yeah, you're going to die. Yeah, it's like 3 chips is your serving size. It's like, get the fuck out of here.
So, I've been eating a ton of Pacquiao chips, which are super spicy, hot, ridiculous chips.
About that.
How's your butthole treating you? It's actually pretty good. I mean, it's keeping me pretty clean and hollowed out.
Yeah, so just burning it all out of you? Okay.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I don't have any pull-ups anymore. Polyps?
Polyps. I think polyps are the words you're looking for.
P-words.
Yeah. Not that anyone needed to know about that, but...
Too much information here? Is that a thing?
I'm not going to say it's too much.
It's unnecessary.
I'm going to say it was unnecessary. Yep, that's exactly...
unnecessary information.
That's exactly where I was going to go with that. Not necessarily needed for this occasion.
I feel like we're not real ready for this live. What are we doing now?
I mean, we're as ready as anyone ever is for these lives. They're slowly trickling in. We are an hour early, and we were gone for a week. So, I mean, that's how it goes. Julie, how's it going?
Right,
Picture it didn't happen. I don't know what part you're talking about. Because if you're talking about his polyps, then that's a different...
I don't want pictures of that. I mean, that sounds aggressive in its own way.
I'm with you. Oh, grilling the lemons before making lemonade.
Huh. Like a smoky flavor? I mean, does that do anything to the juice?
I feel like if Barbecue Mike says it, we got to try it.
I'm going to try it. So what I did do today, earlier...
she was talking about the polyps.
There you go. Hey. So, I had some leftover brisket from last Sunday, and I'm not throwing that shit away. I don't care how old it is. So, I cut it into thin little strips like bacon, and I fried it in some nice fresh butter. Ooh. And that was pretty good. It was like little bacon brisket strips. It's delicious and probably very healthy.
Saltystang, what's up? What's up? Welcome in. Fancy. Mongrels, what's up, brother?
Oh, my.
Well, all right. So tonight we have no real agenda for the evening. We're straight up going to wing it. We took last week off. It was Mardi Gras down here. I'll get into some of how that went as we go on through the night. I'm sure at some point we will talk some more about the Volvo build, which is coming up very soon.
It is.
We'll definitely be talking about how the freaking gas situation is totally fucked. I don't. How is it by you? Because it's not.
It's like $3.90, I think, when I filled.
Yeah,
and yeah, I've been driving my truck every day because I want to make sure it's capable to drive to Arkansas. I'm regretting everything about that decision.
Yeah, that's a terrible decision at this point.
Yeah, I was like, this is the little Japanese car is just sitting over there going, really?
Patina, what's up, brother?
I'm sure they're good. Who's drinking?
Rum soaked. All right, you got the chat here. I'm gonna send them to the freaking. Give them the goodness, and we'll get this show on the road. Live from the McDonald's ball pit on Route 4, it's Saturday night. with Wasted Talent Fabrications and Friends. Best opener in the game. I stand by it.
Yeah, it's probably the only one, but hey, whatever.
Hey.
Oh, you know, I don't have to be the best. I just have to be the first.
Let me see here. Copy that.
Replacing a transfer case. We're going to have to know about that.
I got a whole bunch of beads. In fact, there's a whole pile of them over there.
The heck? An L. All right.
Who's an L?
I don't know.
She sounds like a good, nice lady.
Mardi Gras. Get
Mardi Gras. Yeah, so that place was wild. I've been putting up some shorts, and I put up a video of some of the floats and whatnot. I could not believe the amount of trash that the parade route and the floats create. It's ridiculous.
This guy's he's building himself a.
Oh, nice.
We're gonna go with Chevy OBS. I hope. I don't know.
Gentlemen,
transfer case in what?
2014 Ram.
I
What's
knew
up,
it was gonna be
Austin?
a Dodge.
Didge. Dirty Didge.
Yeah, well, you see, the Borg Warner 44 transfer case works very well in the Fords, not so well in the Dodges.
Why is that?
Because it's got a viscous coupling or a wet clutch in it.
Uh-huh.
And the Ford programming is much better than the Ram programming because the Ram, even if your tires, like let's say your back tires are worn out, your front tires are good, it'll sense that as a mismatch in wheel speed.
Oh.
And because it's an auto, it'll start slipping the clutches in the transfer case.
So what you're saying is Dodge is too smart for its own good.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah.
Huh. So burnouts are really expensive in a Dodge.
Yeah.
With that case, yeah.
So I see your message down here, Mongoose.
Oh, I was.
Are you bleeding out the backside once you figured that one out?
So
I was starting to look at maybe I should fly down.
Maybe I should fly.
I'm looking at it the same way, but I don't have that option, and I have to drag a very heavy trailer across the United States.
You know
this
what?
couldn't
Honestly,
have come
I
at a
don't.
worse time for me.
I don't have that option either because the airline I would fly down with, they don't fly anywhere near there.
Well, you could fly to a hub and just hop another flight out of there.
I could, but you see, I've got a bunch of credits with this one airline.
Oh, yeah.
You got to go where it's affordable, my friend.
Yeah, but I was looking at some Airbnbs down there. There's some very good deals that we can chat about.
Other Mardi Gras celebrations. Yeah, it's definitely. So the parades was pretty crazy. Bourbon Street was wild. I didn't really do it during the nighttime. I did it during the day, and it was wild.
Yeah, Bourbon Street. I was down there for St. Patty's Day.
Oh yeah,
that was wild enough for me. Like, I mean, I seen quite a few stuff that I was like, okay.
I was pleasantly surprised though. They at least washed Bourbon Street before Mardi Gras.
Well, that is impressive.
It didn't smell nearly as piss and puke as I normally remember.
So that's a thing?
Oh, Bourbon Street has its own smell. Yeah.
Oh,
it's
cool.
I don't recommend open-toed shoes of any sort.
Oh, Mr. Flip-Flops is saying don't wear flip-flops. So that's a bad sign.
Yeah, it's bad. And when you see like a puddle of water, it's just automatically assume it's not water. And
yeah.
Reminds me of a story you're gonna have to
Bryce,
remind me to tell later.
Yeah, it's Shop Cat in the house. I missed him up there.
I'll look into that 113, but I'm still planning on driving, even though it's going to be like $1,000 round trip just in gas.
Oh, you must be getting good mileage. It's going to cost me more than that.
You're doing great.
Drive half that distance.
I'm going to do that to get there from here, and then I still got another 2,000 miles from there to get home.
Yeah, but you guys are both pulling a trailer. I'm just driving my car.
That's true. I'm driving a truck that gets amazing mileage because it's an amazing LS 6-liter. God damn it.
Put a turbo on it. I don't remember anyone saying anything about gas mileage in LS.
That's true. Everybody says reliable and power. Nobody ever says mileage.
No, that was never part of the.
Tell you what, my 99 Trans Am with the LS1 6-speed got very good mileage on the highway. doing over 30 miles to the gallon. No
It's
problem.
funny he says safety of the bedroom because those guys throw shit like at you. I saw so many people get beamed with beads. It was pretty crazy.
Are they still like $1 for beads down there?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't pay for shit. I mean, I put a short up that is like the aftermath of the parade that came through, and it looks like a war zone of beads and trash. It's ridiculous.
Well, you know what the beads are for.
Oh, that's impressive.
Um,
Escalades are all-wheel drive, aren't they?
Does everyone on the
can
chat
be.
know what the beads are for during Mardi Gras?
To get chicks to show their boobs.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
I guess.
So that's why they're throwing all over the place.
I had a lot of questions of what was going on. I'm sitting here and it's primarily white dudes up on floats with masks and pointy hoods, and I was like, what exactly? Yeah, I was like, what exactly are we here to watch? Like, what's going on? Where is this rooted in? What's the history behind this? It's my first time, and I have questions.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, don't go walking down the alleys by yourself.
Oh no, it's buddy system for sure.
It says they're all-wheel drive. Am I wrong?
I want to say mine was an all-wheel drive all the time.
With the Escalades, they tend to be all.
That's what I figured. It's like a rich person's car. They don't want you to have to think about it. Just works.
Mine was an 03 or 2, but it was the truck.
4481 all-wheel drive Borg Warner.
We called it the Catalanche.
And I'm going to lay to guess, due to the fact that it was all-wheel drive, they were probably geared slightly higher.
I have no idea. I might have the 4L65 in mine.
Yeah, Corey, 78 Trans Am. I remember that.
Oh, what the heck?
The gas gauge would drop just about as fast as the speedo would climb.
6 gear.
Okay, I'm doing that all the city driving. Yeah. We just beat the crap out of that one. I bought that one out of the Copart just to steal the motor out for the Subaru. So we beat the shit out of it. That's all we did until it was out of gas, and then we yanked it. I never put gas in that truck.
It's a 6-speed Escalade. I don't know what that is.
You're richer than I am. See, I take that, and then I hot wire the pump, disconnect the fuel line, and fill up my jerry can.
No, we went and 4-wheeled that thing and beat the brakes off it in the sno because it was free.
Gotta have a little fun.
For speed parts, yeah, listen, you're not wrong. I did see some pretty funny exchanges for beads. Dude's like, and the guy up on the balcony is like, no, I'm not throwing any beads for that.
Yeah. Come on, it's like, come on, you can get on there. Oh.
Yeah.
It's an interesting city. That's all I have to say.
Oh yeah. For drag racing afterwards, hell yeah.
You know what?
Why does it say Escalades came with a 6L80? What the hell is that?
A 6L80? Those are the new. That's the 6-speed.
Oh.
It basically replaced the 4L80, and that was that 6-speed that was actually not. The 6-speed one had issues throughout the years. I know that, and now they're on the freaking 10 speeds.
I guess that was like a thing, and not that new of Escalades.
What?
Having that 6-speed. That was kind of where it started.
Oh, yeah, maybe. It was in a lot of them.
Huh. Anyway, going on. I'm procuring information about this mileage they speak of.
Oh, is that what you're doing? In the younger years? Yeah, I'm glad I didn't get stationed down here when I was in my younger years. That would have... my liver would have been in much worse shape than it already is.
Your liver. That's what would have been in bad shape.
Well, I mean, gotta try.
Where's it
chafed? $20 is $20.
True.
So my question is, when will we get to the point of too many gears?
I don't know. So my Yukon has the 10-speed, and that thing rides so smooth. It doesn't hunt. It tows well.
So the thing you have to identify there, though, is actual gears.
Yes,
because most of that is electric planetaries. It's not really technically gears. It's just over-unders.
Well, absolutely. You're right. You're right. Because the Dodge transmission is very much that. It's almost been the same transmission right from the late 90s up to the current.
Yep.
Well, and GM had to do something because the 6-speed was having issues. It was known to have issues. So going from there was a reason they did the 4L80s for a long time, 6L80s for a little time, and then I don't even know what they call the 10s. I swear to God, they call it the 10L80.
The 10L80. I don't know what they call it. But I mean, it's a similar. I mean, if you really want to break it down, all these newer transmissions with all these extra gears are literally just company built gear vendors overdrive packed into one package.
Pretty much. Well, I know like the 545 and the 45 and the 645 RFE transmission, it's because it's got 3 sets of planetaries in there and they just lock them up differently over under, like you said. That's how they get all the gears, and that's why it's basically been the same transmissions right from the 90 to just different software in it for the most part.
Yeah, because I mean, you do get to the ratio of you could lower your gear ratio and increase your gears, and that's going to do something. But at a certain point, your first 3 gears are never going to be utilized at that point. So
well, Shopcat, I agree. Pretty much anything after 8 speeds is. Why do you need more?
Unless you're like a towing rig that.
Well, and so that's the nice thing I like about the 10-speed on that deal. When I do tow, it's able to do it and not have any problems. And when I'm not, it widens the range of things you can do.
Oh, absolutely. It keeps it in the power and the torque band for sure.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Well, it's been one of the biggest things I think about all the time when I start thinking about building a truck or anything like that. It's like, what transmission do I want to go with? And then
12-speed P. Yeah,
how much does a gear vendor's overdrive cost? Because that alone on anything just makes everything amazing.
It is, but they're not cheap.
Well, like $3,000. It's only like $3,000.
Only.
That's $3,000. Yeah, that's only $2,000. Yeah, $3,000 for that, or T56 for $5,000.
And that's only $3,000 more than I have.
Yeah, that's true.
Also, $3,000 more than I'm willing to spend.
So I went and bought a truck from a guy, and I didn't realize what a gear vendors was at the time. I was very young, and he had like a shelf of them, and I was just kind of like, "Oh, cool! What are those?" And he started explaining it, and I'm just like, "Oh, that's neat. I should look that up when I get home." And then I looked up the price, and I'm like, "How does he have a shelf of those?"
Those are not cheap.
Nope. And this was 2012, so I mean, they were still pretty expensive then. But he had like
R80.
fully caged Chevelles on lifts and stuff, so he had the monies.
Science into trannies.
Hey, I'm gonna get flagged now.
I feel like there was a lot of science into even the turbo 350s and 400s and whatnot back. It's all hydraulic science. You know what I mean?
It's not that sciencey.
It's not electronic science, but
it's
porting. You ever think about all the passageways and everything? All that,
tear one open.
Yeah,
see, the hardest part about fixing one is being able to look at it and be like, that part's bad. How do you know that?
Yeah. Did you ever have that little wooden game where you had the board that you could tilt and the ball rolled around in it? And you try to get. Well, that's what the hydraulic path reminds me of in the transmission.
Yes, sir.
Seriously, it's fucking wild, man. So there was on the C-130s, there's a prop controller because you had a variable pitch props on that.
Yeah.
And there was a saying or a story basically of how the guy who designed it, it's crazy because it's all mechanical and cams and gears and all this other shit. If you don't pin it the right way, when you take it apart, it spins and breaks itself. The rumor is that the guy who designed it, after he got it done and it was working and it worked, he shot himself because it drove him crazy. That was
it here.
That was the story. It's like it's like he Oppenheimer did it. I've created this thing, and
I've heard a few of those stories about engineers and
I don't know how true any of that is, but
some of them would believe. Some of those guys have to be nuts.
Yeah.
How do you come up with that stuff?
It's different. Yeah, it's doing it in a way. Well, I mean, you're not wrong. This is the way of the future. You hook up to a computer. It's like, CP says all the time with those scan tools and everything are the, wave.
Well, and then another thing is like, if you really want to break down transmission science, simpler is always better with everything. Obviously, that's why we still do push rod LS motors, etc. You can make it better, but it's dependable like this. So why have we never created a good CVT? Because the science is correct. It's just it doesn't work.
Well, it's like a helicopter.
Well,
then on paper, it's not supposed to fly, but it does.
Yeah.
Well, here's the thing about that. I just lost my total train of thought, so I'm just going to shut up now. And I totally forgot what I was going to say.
CBTs.
No, it was before that. Something about
Awesomeness.
science and trends. Oh, yes, scan tools. So what I have found is they've actually made a lot of the text dumber because they don't know how to do basic troubleshooting anymore.
100%.
Yeah.
If the machine won't tell them what's broke, they're fucked.
Yeah.
No, and I saw that when I worked down F-18s. F-18s has blends and different codes that it tells you what's wrong with the plane, which is cool until the plane's wrong. And then that is where, see, I've never had that luxury with what I do. It's hydraulics and and metal and stuff. It either works or it doesn't, or it's got a hole in it or it doesn't. Like they would tell us, oh, we got gripes where it's doing something weird. And I'm like, hydraulics work or they don't. If it's doing something weird, that's the electronics. Call those guys. That's not us.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you know what confused me for long and still does for the most part? Oleos. I just can't get through the volume versus pressure. It just gets mixed up in my mind. It's like, okay, you're supposed to have that much chrome extension showing, and it's based on volume rather than pressure. I'm like,
yep.
I don't understand the graph, dude.
Just understand the pressure of the
Yeah,
It's supposed to have 4 inches, and we're good.
We have to do that for all our struts on the planes.
That's what I'm talking about. The oils and the struts, right? And I'm just like,
yeah, that's so. On the H60s, you have the tail strut has like a floating piston in the inside of it. It's crazy how that whole setup works. We had one break one time where it actually shot the inner piston inside of it up and out and dead like the top of the plane. It was as I was letting the air out of it. I was trying to let it all out and down and to drain it because we were changing it because it was high timed or something like that. And I'm standing there just letting the air out of it, holding the valve. And the guy who's watching me work, because I was still a kid at this time, I wasn't allowed to do anything without supervision. And he was just walking up, like, keeping an eye on me. And all of a sudden it went boom and fluid just starts dumping out the bottom of this thing. And it goes, and he's like, what'd you do? And I'm like, you were watching me. I didn't do anything here.
Well, I remember the CRJs, they had a fuel transfer valve in them. So you could transfer fuel from the left wing to the right wing or vice versa. And when they were parked, if you had them on any sort of an angle, that valve would just leak a little bit.
Oh, no.
When it was closed. So eventually, if you had lots of fuel in this thing, it would all go from one wing into the other. So you parked it nice and level. A few days later, like the right wing's almost touching the ground, right?
Yeah. I have seen that before. Renegades, what's up?
Hey, Renegades.
Shade Tree, what's up?
This is a good analogy right here, Mongrels.
Pressure equals volts, flow equals amps. Yep.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yep. Well, that's the thing. You just got to take it back to basics. Like so many people don't understand. Like my engine's not working. Well, you still need air, fuel, and spark. All right. And if you can confirm those, they're just managed a little bit differently than they were in the old cars.
Yeah, but now, you got to go. Well, it's similar because you got to go through freaking. It could be an injector issue. But then again,
position. It still all leads back to the same three.
It still leads back to those basic principles, though.
No, it does. But you start adding like freaking Salty was saying with the computers, everything. Go back to like Salty always says carburetor is the way to go, but you still had problems with the needles and the jets and everything clogging up in carburetors too. You know what I mean? So it's not like it's not the same. Turlo, what's up, brother? He was going racing, I believe, or has been racing or something racing.
That's the solution to everything.
Oh, yeah. Nitrous.
More and more boom sauce. It's fine.
That or
He's
boost.
not. Well, yeah, boost fixes everything.
Yeah, boost fixes it all.
Yeah. If you don't have a smile on your face when the turbo is making the little spoolie noises, you're just dead inside.
I'm just saying, I could bolt the turbo onto a lot of motors that wouldn't be happy about it.
I'm not talking about. No one gives a shit about the motor. I care about me. I'm happy about it.
I just dodged the piston.
Yeah, well,
I remember my buddy Supra when we took that for a drive. So this was years ago now. He had one of those more square body ones, and I don't remember how much boost. He wasn't at full boost, but he had built this thing up. And we all got to take a turn driving this thing. And I remember it felt like I got hit by a Peterbilt when that turbo spooled up. Like it was just,
Oh yeah,
bam,
when
you're
it
in the
comes
seat
on,
and that thing's gone. It was nuts. That was impressive. And that was like 20 years ago.
Yeah, they do their own oil changes as you went.
It's fine. This one does that.
Oh, is that what it is? Is that what I saw, Turlo? Ah, okay. That makes more sense. I know I saw something about racing on a video with his. I didn't realize it was old.
Yeah, he's using the same plan as you. Eh?
I was gonna say, yeah, he's right. I stand by it.
That's where I'm going to be someday if I start making videos again.
Yeah, I'm on Midnight Rose freaking short plan right here. I put 30 shorts out in 3 days.
I seen that. I was like, "What the hell, dude? How am I supposed to keep up with this?"
So we talked about this a little bit on Cletus's one, but I mean, realistically, those shorts are not aimed at you guys, the normal subscribers, because most of the time you guys don't even get notifications about my shorts. Like most of the time, you
Not
don't.
for you peasants. Going on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know exactly what you mean.
Man, I don't need any notifications about your shorts, okay?
Yeah, right. You don't want to know
You're dropping them.
dropping them all day. But
see how you got all those beads.
Yeah. Oh, I'll have to pull my pile of beads out.
You can keep your pile right where they are.
Yeah. There we go. There's so many.
So many.
Just
so slick.
This isn't even all of
good
them.
Lord.
Jesus. You must have a set of tits on you I don't know about. Oh, sorry.
Well, watch the videos, man. They are just tossing those things, man.
Yeah, you're just being tall and you're just grabbing them out of midair. Mine.
Oh, there was a couple that I straight saved somebody from just getting domed. Like, and so they're not just throwing beads, man. They got all
tie
kinds
a rock
of
to this one.
Like, I got this fidget spinner right here.
Jealous.
What's up, mother fools? How's it going?
Yeah,
it lights up too. Oh my!
Yeah, it's all of the fancy.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, it looks like one of those little mini discs when you spin it fast enough.
Yeah,
I'd never be bored if I had that.
How's everybody in the chat doing?
Chat's going good, man. We got people all
nice,
over.
Nice. Good.
We got this new guy. Look at this guy.
Tim, what's up?
Tim Windsor, how's it going, buddy? Boston Beaters out of gas. That's kind of a cool name.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's what I'm trying.
What's up, brother?
I tried to put shorts up to gain subscribers and ended up losing 2 subscribers. So it's not working.
It's working great.
Yeah.
Got views like a mother. Oh.
Yo, seriously, I got so many views. Like
so many views.
20,000 views in
the
last 28 days is what I'm on now.
Well, what's up, Turlos? Bubba, what's up, buddy?
Bubba,
hey, Bubba.
Maybe the subs will catch up. You know how YouTube does sometimes.
Hey. Well, so that's the other thing. You know how I love my analytics on YouTube. So I've been watching these. I'll watch it as it goes, and I found a couple where I see what it hits and dies at. Because shorts they go up and then they die. I have watched them go from like drop 150, 200 views after it stops, like they just disappear. I've watched up to 20 thumbs up and 5 thumbs down just disappear off the video. And I've watched 1 subscriber disappear off of, like, it shows that it's there, and then a couple hours later, it's gone. It's like they're scrubbing them.
YouTube's like, we see your shady shit here. Gone.
Well,
maybe they'll come back, like I was saying.
Well, no, they don't. They don't come back. And
they don't come back.
No, they don't come back.
I
don't have a problem with it. It's just like, so views I could understand.
You're blurry.
Oh, it's because I moved with my hands. There we go. The views I can understand. Okay, whatever. But likes to just disappear. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm okay when the thumbs down disappear.
Well, nobody can see them but you.
I mean, I'm with that, but I don't know what that does for making it last.
It's just an engagement. Yeah, it doesn't.
I don't know. But yeah, I
just can't
literally have
thumbs
watched that.
down worked. The Island Boys wouldn't exist on YouTube.
Exactly. If it did,
Because
if it
I've
didn't
read those
help them,
comments, and I would love to see the thumbs down on those videos. And 12,000 comments of pure hate explains.
Yeah,
it.
but how many thumbs up are on those videos?
not
Thousands.
I don't think. I think there's more thumbs down.
Well, you can't see them anymore.
Can't
But when
see
you
'em anymore.
could,
So
there's people that would
but before
message.
before them, there was a guy called Little Whidbey.
You can still
And
see
he had
them
more
on
thumbs down.
certain.
Than thumbs up, but he had
But you
millions
can't.
of views.
Well, you just have to
So-
go back and look at half the Star Wars stuff released by Disney to see how many thumbs down there was on a lot of that stuff, man. Before, and that's almost why they said, okay, we're not showing thumbs down anymore.
Sure.
I can see that. Disney's like, we're done with this.
Boston Beaters out of gas had a good idea here. He said in your title on your shorts, put that you need subscribers.
I mean, I guess.
I mean,
Worth a try.
Yeah, why not? You're throwing
little
stuff
on
at the wall. Why not
It's
throw
a little on
something
the nose,
Yeah.
but you're not wrong. I mean,
When you're
onto
throwing
my
shit,
shady-
throw shit. I mean,
well, so what do you mean by you got to be more specific on shady shenanigans here? Like, what am I doing that's shady? I'm just putting out 20.
I think
10
you're
videos
close
in a
enough
day.
now that you just say you're going to go live till you hit 1,000.
Oh my god,
You're not close enough. Don't do it.
I'm not doing that.
Steve,
Don't
once
do
you hit like 970, I'd say do it. You'll do it. But if you're going to do it, do it on the
I
live.
want to see how early that works.
I'm sure you could do it and it'll do it, but
I'm gonna start paying for StreamYard. Oh, they don't shut you off if you keep the live going, though, right?
Yeah, you just keep it going forever.
yeah, that'll shut you off. Yeah.
We're
You're
so
right.
all the times.
But if you're just going live for that, you don't even need StreamYard.
Well,
Just
so
go-
the subs part I see they
Yeah.
come and go, and I've been seeing that with stuff that I don't remember. That's not the part that gets me. That's weird. And I see with YouTube pulling ones for subscribers, and I even pulling views for multiple ones. I see that, but the likes and dislikes going down like that. That's the part that I think is weird. Like I've got one where it'll show me like on my homepage, it's got let's say 40 likes, right? But if I go into content, it says it's got 29.
So the video itself is not showing the how many likes you got. You're looking at studio.
In the studio, so that's the trick.
studio.
No, that's not it. So the video will show it, and then it'll retract back.
Oh, the video itself will.
Yes,
Oh,
but it
that's
doesn't.
interesting.
But it doesn't retract back in the studio. It'll stay where it was in the studio.
Man.
Like
Sure.
I've had enough videos do it now that I've been. You know, how I am. I'm a nerd with the analytics. I like.
I
to
get
watch
it. Well, I don't
Sure.
know. I don't know if you guys seen the poll I had on YouTube.
Oh, I
Yeah.
did.
Yeah.
And
Get off YouTube. So
oh my- I don't know.
Why did you even put that option
Oh, I
on
thought
there?
it was funny.
Well, it
It
is
was
funny.
funny.
I knew a
But
couple
the
people
problem,
would do it.
the
I like,
problem,
there's probably 10
Pretty
people
hard.
who put it on.
the problem is that you are friends with a bunch of assholes, and of course we're all gonna hit that button. I mean, I couldn't help myself, dude.
So what I got out of it anyway is the real stuff is Monday, Tuesday, or Friday. So that's what everybody
I
said.
know, but we all of us
Oh,
were
I was ready for that. I didn't think there would be that many, but whatever.
It's only 38%. I mean, that's a relative.
Sure. I seen Cletus and voted. Yeah. Turlo, I bet you was one of the ones that voted for me not to be on YouTube anymore, huh? I'm just kidding. I'm like, well, Turlo, you probably didn't. Yeah, he might have. I'm sure. it's a
I've
joke.
seen some weird stuff. I put that one with the needle that I found on the Cadillac.
Yeah,
the
the
first time I put that up, no one saw it. I mean,
Yeah,
no one.
you
And that was the
watched it.
one.
Did it
I
way
tried-
better this time.
Well, I tried to get you guys. That was the one I had you guys all hit the thumbs up on, and it got a bunch of thumbs up, and it didn't go anywhere. This last time I put it up, it was up for maybe 15 minutes, and then it
now,
hit.
what'd you do different this time?
Put music on it and made it 15 seconds long.
Made it
I shortened
funnier
it.
and better.
I mean, the
There you go.
music was for me.
Voted for
Did you look
Saturday,
at
sure looks good. Okay.
It's weird, like content.
when you
sells.
publish these things, whether that had an effect at all?
Probably.
Maybe. I'm sciencing the crap out of it at this point. So at this
No
point,
consensus.
I'm going to start taking all the ones that do less than 100 views. I'm taking them down, and I'm going to re-upload them at different times with different music and different. Just keep trying
Let's
to
see what it
send
does.
Yeah, if it does,
Are you keeping a spreadsheet on all this? So You can let everybody else know. Or
He's putting it on paper and he's putting it in an
Yeah.
accordion folder.
Yeah, oh yeah. I put it on paper and then I'm gonna lose that piece of paper.
Well, you know what? You might be able to like be that next YouTube presenter. Hey, I got the secret to tell you how to get the subs.
Oh, listen,
You know?
I could totally say that. And you know what? If I made a bunch of videos saying that, I'd probably get a bunch of fucking subs.
Yes,
Yeah,
because you actually
probably.
look at the people doing those videos, and that's all they do. They don't actually make real videos.
You would definitely get a bunch of views, if not subs, for sure. Views.
Well,
Now,
yeah, but what you have to do is, hey, you want to know how to get a bunch of subs? Just click here.
Well, to be fair, I did a video kind of like that when I first got in with you guys about when they were taking my, and I totally sold out for that one too. Sent it with the voice and the looking and everything. And
what was different than all your other videos? I
Well,
Well, that one had an ending.
Yeah, that's a big. So that one actually had a beginning, an intro, and middle, and an end. It was a real.
It was weird.
Video. And you know what's funny about that video? It hasn't done any better than the ones that don't have endings. So I'm just gonna.
Don't break nothing.
It might have. If it landed on my phone and cracked it, I probably would have been.
Dang, what is these chat doing?
You're running the chat right now.
I'll be clicking, and then all of a sudden you'll just go whoop, and I'm just like,
oh yeah, people coming in all at once. Yep.
Yeah, we got 22 in the house tonight. That's
so
nice.
Not to take away from y'all's conversation, but I need to get with everybody on the build and make sure that I'm getting right before I click order on everything. I want to make sure everything is what we need. I have a great list, but we've been talking about it so much that things contradict each other.
Yeah,
so I want to make sure before I order it.
The list did one of these things where I wrote things down in the wrong order and it got all.
And then I lost a piece of paper. And I know we talked about
LS1 stuff. People are talking about LS2 stuff.
It's like
stuff.
It's confusing, and there's a lot of things to know.
Yeah.
So I want to know. I want to make sure everything that we are getting will all go together. That's
listen. There is no guarantee that happens. Keep your receipts.
Money up front.
Well, I'm just lucky. I don't have to go buy a transmission now because I got a piece of shit truck that has a good transmission.
I was going to say how we
I
never
thought you
heard
had a
about
piece of truck that had a bad transmission.
That was a different
one of them too.
Yeah.
How did we get?
That's got a 4L60. So the truck that I have that has a bad engine, when I went and picked it up, it's a 2-wheel drive 4L80.
Oh, that white one's a 2-wheel drive?
Yeah,
I didn't know it. I thought it was 4-wheel. It has some 4-wheel tires on it stuff, right?
Yeah, it does. It does look like it should be 4-wheel drive.
Well, they put a level instead of dropping the back level, they put a level on the front.
You dang Arkansas!
You telling me?
We're gonna lift our 2-wheel drives because we're awesome.
You've never been to California, have you?
I was in Texas for a while, and that's the first time I saw a lifted 2-wheel drive, and it hurt my head.
That's a thing too. Well, so I mean, you can have a lifted 2-wheel drive if it's like a pre-runner.
Yeah. That's where I'm like, hey.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But no, we're not 4-wheel drive trucks here.
Well, the nice thing about that is, except for that, like I said, that top bolt hole not being there, it should be fine.
I don't think it'll be a problem. I'm not going to
be. Listen. The 4L80s are notorious for snapping those off anyhow, so don't worry. It'll probably be snapped off, and we'll have to find someone that can take one of them back on.
Because every LS I ever buy and sell, always replace all the manifold gaskets and bolts and put on the little things, the little brackets, so that the bolts don't break, because they always break. Do I have to do that if we're going headers?
I don't know what you're talking about for the bolts not breaking.
So the exhaust manifold on every LS I've ever owned, the front bolts, the back bolts, and sometimes the middle bolts break off.
Yep.
But they have little brackets you could buy to put on there, and they hold them on there better, and they won't break off again after that.
Never seen them. Don't know. I know there's ones that stop about backing out, but I've always just gone to stainless hardware and not had a problem.
And definitely seizes in there. It's awesome.
Well, this other stuff doesn't. That's what I'm telling you. These brackets take care of all that. It's
you
like
put stainless hardware in aluminum heads?
Yeah.
It's a kit. The kit that you buy, and O'Reilly sells them. It's a kit for the back, the front, and the middle, and it strengthens everything, and it makes it where it doesn't do that. They're like $2 a piece.
You know what the weird thing is? I've worked on Chevys forever, and they've never been able to put exhaust manifolds that either don't warp when you take them off, break off bolts. They've never been able to do that right.
The manifolds are fine in the LS motors. It's the bolts that are the problem.
Well, yeah, because if they're any kind of aluminum head, that's a problem. Is it a cast head issue or is it an aluminum head issue?
Well,
the
LS only
head's
have
fine.
aluminum heads.
I mean, it's not the end of the world. You just weld a nut over.
Well, I
into the
know
deal
it's an
and
easy
then-
fix
Then you
regardless of
extract
what
it. I
it
get
is.
it.
But is it more common for just an LS motor period, or is it more common for an aluminum head or steel head?
Oh, I don't
Well,
know.
they're
It's every
all
LS I've
aluminum.
ever
every
had.
LS.
I don't believe. Now, don't quote me here, but I don't believe they ever put an iron head on any of the LSs.
No,
Okay.
not
I
that
don't
know of.
There you
believe.
go.
Now,
Well,
that
and
being
that's
said,
why they
I
break
don't-
off then.
I don't know if the
There you go.
car's doing it, so it might just be that they use different.
I
hardware.
If they're all using aluminum heads, that's why they break off.
I
Well,
didn't have
and
that problem.
All of them
in
down
the-
here have a shitload of miles too. So.
Well, the GTO, I never had a problem with it. I've never snapped one off in the Z since that motor's been in the Z. But every other
Truck.
one I've ever played with, especially trucks, I've always
Yeah,
had
every
at
truck I've seen-
least
You know what
one
I
or
think
two.
it is? I think the exhaust is just so bloody heavy in the truck.
iron blocks, but not heads. Yeah, I was pretty sure.
Okay.
So
I will be
The-
very open with my ignorance of LS-ness.
Oh, listen, I know a lot, but there's a lot I don't know.
I'm not going to install anything on the front, none of the front accessories or the headers, and we'll do that because we'll have to fit
I
the
mean,
headers. For sure.
You could. Well, I mean, the headers, I wouldn't, but you could do all the accessories. That's not a problem. I mean, as long make your videos for it, man, dude.
Yeah,
The more you
do
get done before we get there, the
Well, I
less you
figured
gotta
that.
do. Yeah.
Yeah.
The more time I got to drink beer and bullshit.
Oh, you're
Throw
going to be
beads
working
at
the hardest,
people.
man. We're going to stand around watching you work while we're drinking beer.
Well, as
And
long
throw
as-
beads at you as you do it. So
Yeah.
Get that in there.
You're
Listen,
doing it wrong. You're
Listen.
not holding your mouth right.
listen. Just
Well, that would be
remember.
fun. I would like
Just
to do that.
remember, I have a pillowcase full of beads, and y'all keep messing around.
Oh, no.
You know, why didn't
Oh.
you get rid of all your beads at Mardi Gras? Come on now.
Oh, because
No, he
those
was
are my
snatching
trophy.
them off ladies. He was just like, give me that.
Hey, hey, listen,
I
go
didn't
watch.
think that's how it worked.
There's literally the short that I put up of the trash from Mardi Gras. There's just it's like a bead massacre everywhere.
Oh, wow.
There was so many beads. It was
So many
yeah,
beads.
ridiculous.
Problem is, I don't watch your videos, so
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a.
But I'm
issue.
definitely not watching all 40 shorts. I mean, fuck.
It's only 30
Only, yeah.
because
Hey.
I haven't done the ones up for tomorrow.
dudes. The video you said you had on your channel, I went to try to find it, and I still didn't find it. The one where you saw when you picked up the.
No, it's not there. It's coming back.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
He
say
took all his videos
I must be
down.
missing something.
They're all gone.
He takes them down. He puts them up. He takes them back down again.
Yeah. I'm a corner whore like that.
Any of them doing better for you? Maybe no. Same?
You know what? I don't get views at all at this point to say that I do. I was doing way better before. But people are actually
Yeah, man,
watching
Fat Tuesday for
the
sure.
videos that are there. So that's the important part.
Okay.
Less viewers, but more viewing.
So let me get this straight. You took all your videos down and you don't get any views now.
Weird. He also was
Real
like, "What the
strange.
hell? I don't have analytics for my days or all these other things." And I was like, "Well, did you take down some videos, bud?" He's like, "Oh yeah, I took all the videos down." I was like, "That might be why." He's like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense."
Even if you mark them private or members only, but
Yeah.
it'll take away from your overall view count too.
Yeah, I'm down in the dirt now. I think what I got, like 10,000 views total now.
I thought it was like 8,000 something.
Wow.
Trying to be generous to myself here. Come on now.
Okay, my bad. My bad.
I gotta say, I did that many views yesterday.
Wow. Well.
Well, I bet.
10,056.
Way to rub it in, buddy.
Ooh, look at you go.
I just if I wanted to get my high point in before we start talking about his TikTok gloriness.
Oh, I haven't been doing anything there either.
You say that, but what are you, 29,000 subscribers?
No, it slowed
Followers?
down. Here, let me see how many views I've gotten last day.
Yeah,
Throw these numbers around.
Did you hear the peasants in his
Just-
voice?
I got so many views today. All right, well, shit, we'll see what we got.
Sophie said you were showing your man boobs for beads. Okay.
Hey,
What?
listen, $20 is $20, man. You have any idea how much these beads
He
cost?
had his moobles out there just.
Hey,
How much are the beads worth?
I don't know.
Yeah, nothing probably.
Well, they used to
Please,
be
over there. Can you sell them? I bet they're.
Well, you know what I found out? The guys that go on these floats
Floats.
have to pay for their beads that they throw and to be on the float.
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
It doesn't
If
seem
people
like
pay.
Yeah.
Okay, so
That's exactly what I said. I was just like, what?
okay.
Yeah, I don't, and no one was able to give me an idea of what that would cost.
All right, so you might be beating me. I don't know, but in the last day, I've gotten 14,000 views.
Yeah, I've not done that in a day.
Okay.
That was my last month on YouTube. So
That's my last 2 years. Just
oh shit. Come on.
I've done 13,775 in the last 48 hours.
Yeah, Downhill, I think he did remove his thermostat video.
I did.
What? That thing was a gem.
Yeah.
Was it? I don't think it was.
You gotta give it time though.
Yeah, give it.
I don't think it was at all.
Which
Well,
video?
I mean, if you're not happy with it, it's different, but when you
I
put a
thought it
video
was
up,
pretty poorly put together.
when you put
I
a
thought
video
it
up, you
was
gotta
good.
give it time. Sometimes it takes a long time for it to hit.
Listen, it doesn't matter if it's garbage. It's better than somebody else's garbage, and it's probably worse than somebody else's garbage. So you just let it be garbage out there, man.
Yeah, but
What's
I'm
up,
more the
Anthony?
idea. I'm trying to build a cinder block wall here, and I don't want to keep stacking bricks in it.
Yeah, you gotta have a good
Listen,
foundation.
the whole foundation is built in the sand anyhow, man. It doesn't fucking matter.
Well, it doesn't help that I keep pouring water into that sand. So
Yeah, exactly. It doesn't. At the end of the day, you know what these videos, all of these videos are, is if one day if we do get good and do become good channels, we can go back and be like, look at how garbage we were. Although it'd just be less
Well,
garbage.
I still haven't got good, but I already say that. Look how garbage I was.
Yeah. So me too, but
And look how trash
So-
I still am. So it's all right.
the
Come
good
on, man.
videos are coming. It's
Mm,
just I'm
it's
slow
so
rolling
relative.
into it. I'm slow.
It's so relative.
If I
You're-
like them, they're good. That's
you
where
liked
we
the
are.
old ones. In a year, you're gonna be like, these ones were so beneath me. I'm so much better now.
No.
Listen, I swear to God, I'm gonna replay this clip.
You better save it.
We're gonna be doing a live in a year from now, and we're gonna come back to this. The Pepperidge Farm is gonna fucking remember. And I'm
I'll
gonna
have
be
a
like,
couple
"Let me
less fingers. It'll be fine.
Hey, wait,
Oh.
so what size shirt do you wear?
So normally a 3XLT, but this is a 4XL.
Mongrels, what size shirt do you wear?
I can do a medium or a large typically, but usually large.
What kind of
We don't
dwarf
need
are
that.
you?
Dudes, do you have a 2X?
I
doesn't
wear an
do that?
XL tall, but then I'll wear 2X on most stuff because the XL tall doesn't exist.
Okay. Well, if you wear 2X, then you just want a shirt.
Yay!
When you come down, you're getting a Rockabilly custom shirt.
I fucking have one. God damn it.
I already.
You better give it to
one.
Mongrels. Hey, Mongrels, I'll give you the large I have, and I'll take
Okay.
the 2X.
Well,
Right?
that'll
He's a
be like-
Canadian large, though.
that'll be like one of those
2X
shirts that I can
tall.
sleep in, right?
How
my
tall are you,
shirt.
Mongrels? I thought you were bigger than that.
Downhill, that was my brother doing the breaks the first time. He did pretty good. Yeah.
Today alone, hell yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
he did
wish
pretty good down.
I wish the numbers of people coming through to watch these shorts would show up in subs. That would be
Yeah.
nice.
Well, I mean, oh yeah. Well, hold
Nice.
on. Let me go. Get
Liking
mine.
it.
I won that shirt fair and square.
How'd you do that?
So he was running a little contest where if you commented on his video, he picked out of the people who commented to get a free shirt with a random selector. I was one of 6 people who commented. So the numbers were
Look at
good.
you. That is good
Apparently,
numbers.
this one's a
Can you
large.
see the color changing?
Oh,
Dang.
Nice.
As
fancy.
seen on YouTube. Where's the name?
on the back.
Oh,
No, on the
mine's
front.
on the
This
front.
is
On the front.
Oh, look at that. Look at this sweet merch, everybody. Oh,
Yeah.
Nice.
Get
I'll
on
sell
that.
this right now for $20.
Oh,
right.
get it.
Yeah,
$10
where-
a cracker.
Is the logo not
Yo,
centered? What's
Shade
going on
Tree,
here?
that's the new shirt, man.
Oh, how about
14
my Iron Horse Garage shirt?
14 million fucking views. Where are the subs? Like a fucking where's the meat type ripoff?
Oh, where's the beach?
That's the short you need to put out.
Yeah. Where are the
Yeah.
subs?
Where the
Where,
subs.
where's the Volvo shirt? I want to see an example of the Volvo.
Yeah, where
Gold
is the
shirt.
vulva?
So I got to come up with a new logo. I'm doing that. That's happening.
Oh, so you are doing a new logo?
Yes, I am doing a new logo. But
How
it's
many
happening
times-
after the Volvo because...
I was going to say, how many times I might have to change the freaking
Well, that's just it.
text
So I'm
on
doing it
here?
right. And I'm going to create like a little GIF so you can put that in there. So,
That doesn't help me for the thumbnail.
well, it really fucking does. I mean,
The thumbnail doesn't GIF.
oh, well. It'll just be the picture then. Just me. Be like, yeah.
Oh my God, is it going to be?
Oh, no.
Oh,
He's bringing
geez.
out the 1990s special.
Oh my
Oh.
goodness.
Oh, those are filthy.
Little
Oh,
dirty.
Dirty.
They're Ford wheels.
Yeah, they're Fords.
That's why they look like that.
Filthy.
What do y'all think?
So what is that
What's the
on
width?
Ford?
What's the width on that?
What's the standard Ford
Is
vehicle?
that a
that came out?
9.5? 9?
What's the back spacing on that thing?
Yeah, the backspacing is ridiculous, actually.
That's a lot of backspacing.
Yeah.
16 by 65 by 4.2.0.
So what did that originally come on?
A
Ford
Ford?
Windstar.
Ford Windstar?
Ford
Van
Windstar.
stuff. God damn Volvo. I
And
hate
so-
you more.
Are you sure that's the same bolt pattern?
I'll look it up real quick, but he says it
We'll
is,
find out.
and I believe him. He knows some tips.
Here's a fun thing. Did you know like front wheel drive 90s Regals actually ran the same bolt pattern as Ford Mustang?
So I
believe
did that, Boston. I was slapping them on pumps all across the United States when I did my cross country trip.
What?
I didn't see any of that. I had those little stickers that I have for the channel. Like when we would stop and get gas, I would stick them to the pumps.
It's because they suck.
Yeah, that's pretty much probably why.
Like,
So
what
this
the shit is that?
says 5 by 108.
Oh yeah, I'm with Midnight here. I like the logo.
What?
Midnight says he likes your logo.
It's not. Like,
It's a fantastic logo for like an eatery or something. Yeah.
yeah, exactly.
Jesus.
You, sir, can eat a satchel of Richards.
An all you can eat buffet of Richards. Rich, what's up, brother?
Yeah.
No, actually, Rich GT350R is in the house.
Yep. I bet he has a satchel.
Yeah, they're the same. 5 by 108. Okay, it's the same.
All right, I believe you. I just think that's an
I just
aggressive
looked it up
back
because I
spacing.
just go on what he told me. And
You're gonna end up having to put
he's going
a
to be the bill
freaking-
too. So,
like a spacer on
a
there. To get...
wheel space. I hate wheel spacers. They are the
how many
worst.
is spacer?
I'm
Did you
just saying
see-
that's a lot of aggressive back spacing.
Did you see how much?
And that center almost comes out of the wheel.
I get that, but where is the mounting surface? Yeah,
Look at that. The
3/4
mounting
of that's underneath the freaking car. You're gonna have it like tubbed up under.
He was on a Ford Windstar. Come on, it can't be.
Yeah, because it's front wheel drive and they have wide racks. You gotta
Yeah.
We'll see.
front wheel drive.
I'm not
cars
that worried
always
about it.
have
They're not going on
stupid
right now.
back spacing.
They'll go on later after I
Hey.
bag it and everything.
Everyone's saying that they like your logo, bud.
No, you'll like it
Yeah,
more when I'm
pretty cool.
done. When I'm done. It's not a good logo. That's fine.
Well, I mean,
That's
it's
fine.
not as good as mine. I get. But
I know. I didn't have it drawn by an invalid somewhere. No.
Yours isn't bad ways.
He,
Just
he,
clean
he
up.
never watches my shows, so he'll never know that you're talking shit about his work.
Yeah, just do what I did. Get the crayons out and start coloring, man.
That's
and
kinda
you'll
what I'm
come
gonna
along.
do.
That's pretty
I like
much what
Monger's
mine
logo.
is.
Monger's
That's what
logo's
I'm
pretty
gonna do.
sweet. No, I like yours, Waste. It just me cleaned up a little bit. That's my opinion.
My logo is going to
Didn't
become a
matter.
whole thing.
Well,
with
it was
my
dirty
channel.
on purpose.
It's all going to become a brand. You'll see. It's
All
going
right.
to be amazing.
Wide racks.
Wow.
My logo was pretty bad until my wife took it over. It's much better now.
She said, "Let me have that."
Yeah, it was. But I tried.
I didn't even try. I was like, "Hey,
Oh.
do this for me." It's like you
Oh,
draw
okay.
shit. Here, I gave him
draw
a.
shit.
I'm
Literally.
like, yeah. I'm like, here's my idea. Make it good.
Make it's the work. Oh yeah.
What are you doing?
So,
Dad?
what's this list of things we need to approve or
Now?
whatnot? Are we doing that now?
He's not ready. He wants to
Do
talk
we need,
to everybody.
Do we need to
off
do that
camera.
right now?
I mean, I can
Yeah.
go grab it right now if y'all want to. Yeah.
Might as
Let me go
well. I
grab
mean, shoot, it's early.
Let's bore the
See how many
early
people
today.
leave.
Yeah.
Oh, as people start leaving.
Well, Cletus already left. Look, he's gone.
Yeah, he's gone. But we got a good look at his chair now.
Oh yeah,
Is that
That's
it?
nice.
Is
It's
that
a
an AC?
Volkswagen
this
seat.
is a Volkswagen. Remember?
What's up with the wooden crates in the back and all the boxes? We got plastic totes.
That's the one he got after he got kicked
What's
off
up with all the? Look at all the
off
freaking
Instagram.
hangers.
Or no, not Instagram.
Well,
What was
yeah.
it?
I mean, he's got to
talking.
hang up his nice shirts.
Is that what's going on there?
Oh, what?
Maketh
Nice.
worketh.
This is the laundry is right there, so we always put the hangers.
Listen, I tell you what, if we had a CNC water jet, yeah, I could build anything. I totally.
Those are cool.
Don't you? Are you doubting my scumbaggery?
I have access to one if you want to make stuff.
Do you really?
Yeah. If you have a
All right.
program and you can CNC it, I can get it cut.
Okay.
I know a guy. And he tells me constantly, you need to learn how to program this shit, because if you would make some stuff, I would cut it. And I go,
Don't sweat the petty things and don't pet the sweaty things.
Yeah, there's a
That's
couple
good
small
advice.
things you might
I hear
wanna
that.
Well, I
Sounds
haven't
good.
lost the viewers yet, right? So we can start talking about this stuff a little bit.
Yeah.
The views start going down, y'all just holler at me.
Oh, I mean, sure.
All right. So in my notes, I have.
Are the notes all on one page now?
Well,
The dude's
it's
already
back, but
assumed
yes.
the position.
Now these are not these. Yes, because I condensed them, like I said, for parts. So what I have is to buy all Corvette accessories
Yes.
from a 2005, 2007 Corvette or
Okay.
Cadillac CTS, whatever. But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm the expert, so definitely.
okay,
Yes. The Corvette offset or the C8, because apparently that's the same offset, is the one we want. Because that gives us an extra inch and almost 3/4 of space, which doesn't sound like a lot, but if you added that in the right place,
it's not the
your life
cheapest
would
way
be
to go,
happy.
but it's going to be the most space and the easiest to keep everything together, right?
It's going to help you with what you want to do down the road with, because down the road you're going to want to put a bigger radiator in it. You're going to want to do things that extra space is going to help.
So okay, one of them kind of okay.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that. I mean, it is more expensive to run the Corvette stuff, but not that much more expensive.
Well, and that's the other thing. You were going to be putting a new water pump on it anyhow, so that's going to be the same price.
Well,
You were probably going to put a new alternator on it, especially at 160 if you're going to want to run your stupid stereo.
let's just sum this conversation up with it's cheaper than doing it twice.
Yes.
I agree.
There you go. Moving on.
That was the reason for the harness as well.
Yeah.
So for brakes, since I don't have to buy the transmission now because that'll free that part of the budget up,
Okay.
we're going to do drilled and slotted rotors front and back with new brake pads.
Question.
Yeah.
Do you think about going to a bigger brake setup caliper wise down the
The only
road?
reason I don't is because
I don't think
we're
you can.
running with the stock 15s at first.
Yeah. If you're running with the original wheels, you're not going
And
to go bigger.
these, if we can make these work, they're only 16s. So
That's
I don't
not a
know
whole
how
lot.
much
That'll
room I
get
have
you a little bit, but not much.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So,
If you go any
Half inch.
bigger on the calibers or brakes, you're going to go straight to 17s all the
And
way.
you're not going to have this thing road racing at all, right? You're not going to be.
I don't think so.
No.
I'm not.
You just got to
Somebody
be
else
careful with the drilled and slotted if you're doing any of that because they're prone to cracking when the heat cycling.
Right, Shade Tree? I've been doing 15-second ones so I can run the stupid music. So yeah, brakes, that works.
We got cool packs coming from Just Mopar Joe.
Yep. I saw the pictures.
They look right to me.
Yeah.
They look
And
like
if
cool
all else
packs.
fails, we can always,
No, they'll
order
be-
them on
those
Amazon
will-
and give them the
Well,
next
what's wrong with the coil packs you have?
day. I know for sure 2 of them are bad.
Oh,
Oh, okay.
What are they, like $60 new? I mean,
they're not,
They're
the
not bad.
cheapest thing.
Yeah, I usually replace them all when I replace them, but he had some, so
yeah, no, that's fine.
Well, the biggest problem with the coil packs is we'll probably have to relocate them.
I don't think so.
they're on the sides.
Yeah, I know they're on the side, but depending on we're leaving the truck intake on, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, we should be fine.
Oh, yeah, that won't be a problem.
Yeah, no, that
Yeah.
should be fine.
So we're shaving the intake, and I'm gonna paint it and everything, get it all ready to go. Paint the fuel rail. I am gonna change injectors, but I'm gonna go with stock injectors.
For now.
That's what I have on the list.
Wait, so you're putting new injectors in it?
I'm going to go ahead and do it because injectors are cheap for it.
Okay, if that's the
I'm already
case,
right
I would go with a bigger set of injectors if you're buying new injectors.
Okay.
Might as well, yeah.
So
Yeah,
what
yeah.
size injectors are we talking about?
I
Because
think they
we're
come.
already going with the E85 conversion. I've got
Yeah.
everything on the list to go E85 conversion. It's not that much more. So
Well, because the nice thing is you can put a bigger injector in it, and we can down the duty cycle to where we need it, and then you can come back up later.
So what kind of injector are we thinking?
And if you're doing
Don't know.
if you're doing
Bigger than
E85,
factory.
you're going to need a
No
bigger
idea.
injector anyways.
Well,
But
and that's
also, what will that Terminator X go with the injector?
How far will it go? Is it just endless?
Oh yeah, it'll go as far
really.
as your fuel pump will
From
let
where
it
you
go.
want.
You sure?
The Terminator X has nothing. So the Terminator X,
Terminator
will
X
let
doesn't
you-
care. It just sets.
it will say your duty cycle from down to whatever the minimum is to like 100%. Once you get past 100%, you can command it all you want. There's just
So
nothing.
we're talking bigger injectors, but we don't know which injectors go with.
So this you need to do a little research, and this is something I haven't done. I'm going to put a 120-pound injector in the Subaru.
Well, I don't. What's in there? Stock like 35-pound injector or something. It's not very
It's
much.
either 24 or 30 something. I'm not
Yeah.
100% off the
I
top of
think
my
it's
head.
32. I'm almost positive.
I want to say I have 60 some pound injectors in the Z. 80, the Siemens Deca 80s are a good one to go to for.
I was going to
you
say,
know.
yeah, we're going to have to at least double the factory. So probably
So
an 80.
80 sound pretty moderate, right?
I would think that'd be a good way to start because you're not really planning on boosting it because once you go boost, you're going to want more. But I think an 80 will let
I'm trying to go a different way with this car. I want it to be
fine.
nice and reliable so I can go to car shows.
Yeah.
And go to events and
If
I'm
you're planning
not
on
trying to
doing-
drag race and stuff.
So what you
I
should
want to be
probably
a little
do a search
fast, but
for,
it's crazy.
what you should search for is just literally Google what size injector for E85 LS and see what it says. In fact, give me a second, and I'll do that right now.
Okay. All right. So I've guessed the oil pickup tube brace, get all that, battery cables. The battery cables. Are we trying to put the battery in the trunk? Are
We
trying to-
could. There's room back there for it. We could put it with the fuel cell in the back and rerun it.
It's not really a trunk, I guess. But
So
Well, underneath the floor.
so you're saying
You run
build
the
it
chat?
into the bracket for the fuel cell? Because we're going to build a basket for the fuel cell, pretty
Yeah.
much, right? Or at least some kind of thing where we could drop it if we need to, or whatever, or take the top off, or whatever we may do.
Oh, we're probably going to have to mount it in the back anyways, just to free up engine bay space.
no,
No?
it sits down inside the lower fender. It takes a
Yeah.
short battery, but you could easily cut the bottom out of that box and drop it as far as you want, put whatever size battery you want in there.
So it would be cheaper not to relocate the battery. So
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I don't see a
Why
purpose in it
would you
because
do
it sits really low down in the passenger front corner.
yeah, the videos I watched that's where people were putting their it's the driver's corner where they're putting their airbox. But
Yeah, no, you're good. It's not in the way of anything.
so battery cables just probably replace.
You're not gaining any space back with where the battery is currently located.
Right. There's nothing else we could really put there.
okay, so the only reason to move it in for is better traction then.
It's real heavy in the back regardless. So.
Yeah.
So I'm on one form. This is from 2014. They're saying those Siemens Deca 80s on a turbo with 65 PSI was running 850 horsepower. So I think an 80 would be more than enough, and it gives you enough for headroom down the road. Because you can always lower the duty cycle to do,
Right.
you know what I mean, to do what you
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or
because the
do
injector doesn't have to run full open.
And
exactly.
even when it gets half plugged, it'll still work like it should.
I don't think that's how that works, but yeah. Are you doing the chat, dudes?
Oh, I didn't. I left. I mean, shit.
Oh, okay. So now
You were
okay.
doing the chat.
I was literally reading something. I think I
You
asked.
need to buy a battery. Oh, do I need to buy a battery? What kind of battery? I hope it's a top post. I hate side post batteries. I hate them.
Well, if we're moving the battery, it can be whatever type of post. we
Well,
want
it's
it
going to be in the same area, though.
No, the
Probably not.
car. I have to pull the harness off the existing motor if you want the factory battery.
Take care, Renegade.
Because because they're part of the harness that stayed on the motor.
We can replace battery cables.
But everything that was their factory was top post.
Cool. I would like to go top post. I guess, is there room for top post battery? That's what I should ask.
Well, that's what I'm saying. So the battery is about this tall, but it's a big battery.
Sure.
But right underneath the battery, you could easily drop that box and do whatever you want and put the taller battery you want in it. It would take 2 seconds to make that modification.
Okay. So I'll probably buy a battery then.
Yep.
And we're keeping ABS on this?
No reason to.
You like ABS?
I've got 2 different answers right here just now.
I wouldn't.
What's wrong with ABS?
That's a system you have to make work. And if you don't have to make it work, who cares?
Yeah, I can't guarantee that it's going to work.
Well,
like,
it is.
So I can tell you on my Z, ABS still works after the swap. The Subaru, it was tied into the ECU, race car stuff. So it went bye-bye on the Subaru.
You'd have to check at 96 and a Volvo what that system is when it comes to ABS.
Okay.
Because, I mean, it may not have a real ABS
I'm not
system.
too worried about the ABS. Don't get me wrong.
But, well, because if the motor and everything is sitting, if it's sitting up in there, it's a space freeing up type deal. Because that engine bay needs to go on a bit of a diet for
I understand.
Well, it depends on what controls it too, right? If it's the PCM, then
if it's its own little side harness, whatever, and it just needs
it's
power.
A separate controller, then
that should be fine. Yeah, and I think that's why the one in my Z works, because it is a side one. It wasn't part of the ECU.
Well, I haven't even thought about ABS.
Well, this is what happens every time we do this. The more we talk about it, the more we think about things we haven't thought about.
I'm just hoping the price.
I think about things I don't think about all the time.
Yeah, well, you don't know what you don't know.
That's right.
Whatever.
Let's see. ABS modular is what it's control module. So it has its own.
Well, then it just needs power
and everything.
It needs power.
Yep. Just needs power, and it'll work like it doesn't even know that motor's different.
They're pretty basic.
See, ABS typically is okay by itself. It's when you start getting into the traction control and everything else is when it gets integrated.
StabiliTrack is another one where you get traction and StabiliTrack, which then turns on your ABS to fix the sway or whatever that crap.
What Frankenstein vehicle are we building? Barbecue Mike, we are taking a 1996 Volvo 960 wagon. Super cool, right? And we are putting in a Chevy or GMC.
Actually, you don't snicker. That is super cool. Get out of here.
I think it's super cool. Most people probably don't. I love wagons, but
super cool, like anal beads. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, we're putting a 6.0 LS engine with a 4L80 automatic 2-wheel drive transmission in it.
Oh, I didn't notice I got these beads.
He's got the screen off. What are you doing over there?
I was well, after I showed you guys the beads, I put them all in one spot, and I was getting all the rest of the ones that were around the house.
We're not going to talk about where he put them.
Okay. I had
one spot.
So I've got on the
list. Mind your business.
Right I got on the list to replace the spark plug.
Being minded.
Because we're already going to be there.
Yes, plugs were
just regular plugs, or they need to go a special like a rhodium or E3 or
I run the NKG. I want to say I run 7s or 6s. I can't remember.
What is the proper plug to run an LS? I need to know this. I've replaced mine.
Well, I don't remember off the top of my head, man.
You also got to figure out what if you have to change it due to the E85.
Oh, yes, that's a good point.
If you're going to run an E85, I think you want to run a hotter
plug on E85.
Probably.
So I think like a 7 or something like that.
Because it's less detonation with E85, so you'd want a hotter plug to equal it out.
Look that up more on it. Okay.
I know stuff.
The Drifts and Lifts YouTube channel. No, I don't think I have.
Okay, no.
Yeah, there's a bunch of big Volvo drift guys out there.
So they do recommend changing
your
types of spark plugs if you're running E85.
I thought so. What two?
Iridium.
Okay. Which is what I think I run on my LS anyhow.
It just says Iridium. I guess whatever.
Now, the important part is do not gap them.
Don't gap them?
Dude. I had a buddy do that and then call me and be like, I don't know why my truck's running weird.
I
you
closed
got
the
check the gap. You can check it. You can gap them, but
you can play with them a little bit.
You can't
Not a lot.
slide the feeler gauge in there because you'll bend the electrode.
They're junk.
They don't like that.
The last thing that I really have a question on is the oil pan. We had originally talked about getting a Holly pan or just the shortest pan I could find. Is the Holly pan going to work, or do we need to go with the Corvette pan? Or
so the Holly pan is the shortest. Yeah, the one. It's like it's the 301 or the 302. I don't remember exactly which one it is, but it is because it was in one of the. We were looking at. Damn it! Who had that graphic up? Somebody had a graphic up where it had all the different ones that they make, and that Holly one. It's wider.
Was the best.
Yeah, it's wider, but it's shorter. Is the deal?
But the Corvette one was typically a dry sump pan, so I don't think you can use that at all.
Well, I mean, we could, but that becomes its own fucking.
And then we would have to move the battery to be able to put a.
Yeah, I have to put an oil tank. Dude, don't get me wrong. Dry sumps are cool, but they are a lot of.
Now, since we're retaining the truck fuel rail, it already has a regulator in it. Do we still need the Corvette regulator?
Well, so that's the thing. Matter. So we're keeping the truck fuel rail?
I don't see why not. Fuel rail looks fine to me.
Just remember the truck fuel rail was vacuum reference too, right?
I believe so. And then you're going to run into a size issue at some point with the fuel flow. Because that truck's fuel rail was never designed for E85.
Well, maybe. Depends if it's flex fuel or not.
What year was it? They didn't start doing flex fuel and all that stuff until mid?
Like 2001?
On my list, I have a Lab Work 302-1 aluminum oil pan replacement. Does that sound right?
That does not sound
that definitely sounds like a model number.
Yeah.
It does, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know what it is, but it sounds like a number.
Sounds like it's got numbers in it.
I've got the number I got this from somebody. Come on, come up with it.
You sold me. Definitely a number.
Well, the fact of the matter is we're not going to know until we actually try to drop the engine in. And so the lower profile is probably the better one to get, but I don't know the configuration of the Volvo at all, like rear sump, front sump.
No Dirty idea. Dingo, man.
I would think it would have to be a rear sump for sure, because the cross member is pretty far forward, because the mounts on that Volvo motor were actually really far forward. So I would say rear sump would probably be preferred over front sump.
Okay, so the steering rack is where? In the front?
It's going to be, it rides right inside that cross member that sits under the motor.
Okay, so rear sump, shallow pan.
Hold on. All right, so the Holly 302 TAC 1 has a total depth of 5.71 inches.
Front or back?
In the back. It's rear sump.
Okay.
The 302 TAC 2 has 5.59.
So so whatever this is, this Lab Work one, it's the same. What it is, it's just a different brand, but it's the same exact as a Holly.
It's Holly, just the
same exact.
Which Holly is it though?
The -1. That's what I'm telling you.
The 302-1.
Yes, this has the same part number as that.
Okay, so the 302-1 is a little bit deeper in the front of the pan, but the pan comes back further to give us more room against the cross member. The deal is the 302 TAC 3 pan gives you a thinner sump, so you can put it like further down in the car and back.
Okay, so 302-3 maybe.
Would it be useful to know a measurement from the firewall to the cross member?
Yeah, that would be useful.
Okay. Because then that would just give you a basic idea of where you needed to land.
How much is the Holly pan? Because this one right here is $245.
I don't know.
So if the Holly pan is close to that, I'd rather get the Holly.
Okay, what's the name of that one? Who makes that?
Lab Work.
That is not on my sheet I have here. Let me see if I can look it up and see what the fucking actual dimensions are.
The
Lab.
spec, I can give you the dimensions
Has to
right
hold
here.
6 quarts.
But
So
it's
what is
supposed
the
to be-
relevance of 6 liter holding 6 quarts? Does anybody can tell me that?
I have no idea.
I know mine holds 6 quarts, and I've always wondered why.
All right, so you said at LabWorks, what is it? A 1-2 what?
302-1.
302-1. Okay.
I think it's basically to make sure that you have enough oil to
Just
pump
extra
up to the
capacity.
top while still keeping enough splosh lubrication in the bottom.
Because I've heard the science different ways, and they'll actually tell you that less oil is better for a lot of things. It's just everybody kind of went with the
windage and
standard
stuff,
5. Yeah. I mean, as long as you can keep your upper end oiled, that's all you really need.
So I don't see any dimensions on this Amazon listing.
Kind of like a Holly, maybe.
You want me to send you the one with the dimensions on it?
Yeah, because I went to that one. Let's see. Here's a customer review. Oh, no, I don't want the review.
Do they carry
What's
them
on that
Summit?
list that I have? That list to share on
eBay.
the stuff with Cletus wish list that I share with everybody?
Yeah. Well, that was the one that wasn't available, right?
No, it's available. I can get it. Says I can get it one day. So
Yeah, because I'm not.
Wish I could
The
get
two
a dryer
places
in
I've looked. I thought that was going to be an issue. So my wife calls today. The freaking washing machine is going out at the house there, and I'm like, "Can you make it another 7 weeks? Because that's when the new one's getting there."
Drop
I
ship
have.
it.
Well,
Drop
no,
ship
I have a washer and dryer.
I know
here
you
that
do.
bought. Yeah.
Drop ship them.
No, not worth it.
So what I'm
So
saying is that the price is close. We'll just go with the Holly one anyway.
Is it close? I don't know.
Oh, I don't know either.
So what brand is this pan?
LabWorks.
LabWorks.
You can buy it on
Amazon special. Oh shit, the Holly one double that price.
Oh, dang, boy.
Well,
That's
it
why you
doesn't
came up
have
with that
driveway,
one then,
dude.
huh?
Like I said, I don't even know who to send it to me.
Probably
I don't
815.
know either. Okay, here we go.
I could
Lead
guess him.
Engineering makes pans
So
too.
it's a five. It says it's 5.7, so it's a little bit deeper, but not by a ton. And 2.36. Let's look at that.
They have a 302-3 pan as well, the same brand.
Do they?
Yep. And it tells you the specs and everything on it. It
Yeah,
has
I don't know if we really gain a whole lot out of that though. I'll tell you the truth.
the -3.
Yeah.
It's the
I
same
mean that
dash.
would work. That would work really cool if we knew exactly what we need, but I don't know that we do. Because I want to say I put the.
I will
301
I will put a pin in that, and we can circle back to the oil pan.
Well, I'm looking right now. So the 302 Tac 1 is 3 inches deep at its closest 2.4.
Downhill Daddy's giving you some info down there.
Yeah, it's pretty close to a 3 to the one there. From what I can see.
What's that manufacturer number for?
That one's $122. Oh, okay. Well, let's see what that one is.
Oh,
There you go. He's
I like
helping you
that.
out right now.
I like that. Oh, drop down to 17 viewers.
Yeah. We're going the wrong way.
Killing them all.
Well, it might be just keep talking about this oil tank.
So this is a truck pan one, I believe. The problem with this becomes the size. Yeah, it's cheaper, but unfortunately, we don't have that kind of space.
Yeah. Well, I think one of them Amazon ones that are mocked after the Harley ones will probably be fine, but we got to know which one we need to get.
Yeah, I would go with that one then.
We'll move on from that and go to the headers. Just, y'all know whether there's a specific one or just the shorty header?
The new I was talking to Fox right here. The new pan comes with a pickup. That's part of the kit.
Yeah.
Now I am buying the oil pickup tube brace.
Yeah, that's fine.
but it's like $11 or something.
Yeah, I haven't put in any of mine, but it's not a bad thing to do.
I mean, we're already there.
I'll be right back, guys.
All right. What were we talking about? Where were we?
On to the next thing.
Headers.
So, yeah, the problem with headers is that until the motor's in there, it's kind of hard to say.
Yeah.
So what I'll do, I'm gonna go back, and that guy that put the Volvo or the engine in the Volvo 960 wagon, just like the one we're doing, I'll go back and see what he put in there.
Yeah, whatever they put in those, we'll be able to do in ours. Because, like I said, I would like
the cross member's not moving. So
worst case scenario, it's going to go exactly where theirs ended up. Best case scenario, it's going to be further down and back, which will help for everything we're doing.
Yep.
And that's really all the questions I had.
Yeah, Midnight.
You're servicing the rear end, right?
Yes.
So I don't need to buy that. Do you need me to send you some money for all the rear end clip stuff? You let me know.
I literally stock 5-gallon buckets. The amount I take out of that for that car was nothing compared to what went in here.
So Midnight, as far as the manifolds go, we can get those from any junkyard for not that much, and I can make it work.
Yeah, the only thing that we ordered way in advance as we could was the harness. The rest of it we can get within 1 to 3 days. So I've already looked. Even if we went with this other stuff, we were looking at the LS2 set. Everything was in 1 to 2 days, so except for the harness. Which when I called Holly, he's like, "Boy, you better be glad you're third on the list to get it." I'm like, "Oh, that's nice."
Wow.
Apparently, everybody's ordering them right now. So.
Yeah, that's that time of the year.
Tax time, huh?
Well, it's tax time, and it's starting to get warm.
People wanting to work.
Yeah, cars. Okay.
Bye.
And then there was just us.
I've decided I'm not going to do the oil pump and the timing set.
Okay.
Yeah. Because I know the engine runs right now, and I don't mess with gasoline engines enough to do the timing and everything. Timing enough with it running. So.
Oh no, the timing that you can't be tucked away. If that's your worry, don't worry about that at all.
You sure?
Positive. If
diesel. I got diesel engines. I can do them all.
Listen. Literally, check this out, Linda. We put it top dead center, number 1. There's a freaking dot on the crank, and there's a dot on the freaking cam. We make sure they stay where they're supposed to stay, and that's it. It could not be any simpler.
The guy that did the swap in the 960 used hooker manifold. Okay.
The hooker manifolds are nice.
Yeah, they're not bad at all.
They hug the block really nice and tight.
That's why he went with them, I think.
Yeah, that's going to be your deal. It's toy. You want it to be taunt.
Yeah. All right.
Oh, there we go.
You bringing that with you?
This is a Speed Engineering one.
Okay.
LS swaps. I can take some dimension, and it includes
Yep, the Holly one comes with that too. Let me see the other side. Flip it around there, Mongols. No, I want to see the oil.
Where the oil filter is.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So that is pretty much the exact as the Holly 3. How much was that one?
Well, up here is about 400, but I think down there it's about $245.
That's not terrible. Yeah,
and it's a complete kit. Comes with like the, you get the pickup tube here.
Yep.
You're bringing that, right?
Got the gasket.
And it comes with a gasket. Now, Holly one does not come with the gasket. I can tell you that for a fact.
And it comes with all the
what kit number is that?
Oh, nice. Yeah, that looks like the same dimensions as the
new hardware.
Oh,
it's a really nice kit. But I can take some measurements, get the dimensions for it.
Yeah, the depth is really the only thing that we really care about. We want as much clearance from the ground as possible for to really stuff that bad in there.
So that's what I'm using on the Camaro. And
yeah, this other one comes with all that stuff too. Good. So I just need to know which one to get as far as the depth, the 301, the 302, or 303.
Mr. Mach 1 Gary, how's it going, brother? Bubba back in here.
Hey, so what would a regular oil filter go on them pans, or does it have to be a different oil filter?
Well,
that will take the normal oil filter.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think it's the same, but it'll tell you on the box.
Oh, okay.
That cuts the truck pan in at least half, and it moves the weight back too, right?
Yes.
Cool.
So that one should be around 5.7 or so, give or take, to the lowest point.
So from where?
Top down, lowest point.
Top down from the mounting flange to the lowest point should be around 5.7, which is right about where the oil drain plug is, give or take.
In American measurement.
Yeah.
Well, we still use the American measurements. So.
Oh, you do?
Oh,
I can tell you what it is in not American.
So it's about 5 1/4. It looks like.
Yeah, so that's about the same then.
5 1/2 maybe.
Nice.
Yeah, so that pan would work.
So it's a very nice pan.
Well, so far the only sponsor that has came through is Bubba Ayers. So.
Oh, I thought the O'Reilly one was.
They haven't. They was all excited about it, sent them all the information, and they haven't got back with me yet. They did call me back, and ask for some more information, but they haven't got back with me after that. So it may still be on. I'll say so far.
So it looks like we get 3 inches off of the truck pan, from what I can see.
Yeah, I'm very happy with that, and like I said, I've got the hooker headers on the Trans Am, and they hug the block really nice. I can send you a picture of that.
Yeah, I'd love to see some pictures of your hookers.
No,
Definitely giving some headers.
Oh. He wants to see your hookers hugging the heads.
Yeah.
What's up, Junkers? I'm saying, hey.
Boston Beaters, subscribe, Bubba Ayers. There you go. Yeah.
There you go, Bubba.
Right there, buddy. Bubba Ayers is a good dude. He's really helping out with the build, too. It's freaking awesome.
So.
Yes, sir.
It's freaking freezing rain outside and snowing like beat hell out of nowhere for no good reason.
I thought you said you've been crying about how you wanted snow.
Yeah, because I kept saying if this was ready to leave the garage, it was going to snow like beat hell. And guess what?
Well, y'all just keep that shit up there. I'll tell you that.
I don't have to worry about coming down here. It's been 70, 80 degrees down here.
I don't need that this month. That's all I'm saying is I don't need that this month.
I don't even want rain right now. I've been getting a bunch of work done.
Tractor.
Cletus has already scheduled one fight, so you're gonna have to wait till we're done.
That's right.
You're gonna bring that weather over to him, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. We done with the Volvo talk now?
I guess so. I mean, unless y'all want to talk about
you got something else.
Well, what else you got? What?
I went with I showed y'all the radio we're going with, but y'all don't care about that.
No one cares.
Well, I care. I'm a big audience. And that's some of my biggest videos on my channel.
I mean, that's fine, but that's just I could give a shit if it has a radio as long as it drives.
Okay, fair enough.
I mean, I'm with you. My Z has a really cool stereo in it too, but at the end of the day, I hardly turn it on because I'm listening to the motor.
Oh no,
because it's always blowing up.
Oh.
He's not wrong. Actually, to be fair, it's only blown up once. The other time we took it apart before it blew up.
So
it's one time enough.
We'll move on from there. That Narcs is not going to make it, but I guess we're going to drive up there and visit him on y'all's way out.
That'd be cool. Yeah.
And
I was planning on scumbagging into his yard for a night to say what's up or a day.
There you go. Well, then that'd be a good drive for the Volvo too. So if we can get it running, right?
Right. If it better be running, there's hard deadlines.
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna go. I'll go ahead and do the time and chain oil pump. But if it doesn't run after that, I'm gonna blame you.
Listen, it literally is almost impossible to fuck that away.
Now, when you do the oil pump, do you put the shims in it, like the feeler gauges, to make sure it's all equal, or you just bolt her on?
How are you supposed to do it, or how have I done it?
I'm asking.
Oasis over there. Shims?
Well, not shims, but you're supposed to put feeler gauges in it to center it up on the crank snout.
Yeah. I have a feeler gauge. We can totally do that.
I have fill gauges too.
Good.
But I have not ever done that before.
I've never done it with the Hemis.
I normally just send it, but we can totally do that if it makes you feel better.
I mean, as long as it has oil pressure when you start it.
Well, just how long is it going to keep that oil pressure is the question, right?
Oh,
It doesn't matter. It's an LS. It can run with no oil pressure. It'll be all right.
And no, they don't run well with
Yeah,
no. Yeah, they're weird like that.
Funny thing about that.
And you just put some of those super additives in there. You don't even need oil, right?
Yeah, I hear Lucas makes.
Why the Volvo and not something like a Buick Roadmaster? See, I would love to do a Buick Roadmaster.
No one had a Buick Roadmaster laying around.
Exactly. I
actually did.
Wagon.
There's a 94 out there.
A wagon?
Not the wagon.
Yeah, the wagon. Yeah, it's a wagon thing. Man.
If it's not the wagon, it's like, it's a Roadmaster. They're okay. It's not a wagon. And then also the Volvo, because dudes had that sitting out in his yard.
Collecting spiders.
Yeah.
And, fast food trash.
Spiders.
Well, why do you think the spiders were there?
They like hamburgers.
It's because of the fast food and the trash,
Fast
right?
food trash, yeah.
Really fat spiders that like McDonald's.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I had a short hit while we've been talking here.
Oh,
Well,
Good
no.
for you.
You get the little balloons and party confetti
Yeah.
going off.
Ooh, yay!
Yay!
Oh, the bull riding. My buddy riding the bull. ended
You
up
did
hitting.
it.
Nice. He's famous.
He's famous now.
1,400 views on this dude riding a freaking bull.
Weird. It's like people watch people do that as like a job or something.
Well, it's an inflatable bull. And
I'll
3
write it
subscribers. I got 3 subscribers off that stupid video.
All right.
Shut up.
All
Shut
right.
the front door.
All right. Well, stupid freaking.
All right, I guess we got to find some bowls and make some more videos.
Apparently, we need to go back to that country bar and put more people on the bowl.
Did you know McRib is made of spiders? I believe that.
I have never.
I believe
had
it's
a
chock
McRib.
full of grade A spider meat.
I've never had a McRib.
I haven't either. No, I have. I definitely have. But I didn't eat it at McDonald's. We used to have a license for
Does that
certain
make it
foods
not
we
count?
could buy because my grandmother owned a bakery. So
Okay.
we could order weird numbered boxes from the list, but it didn't say that it was McRibs. But if you ordered this code number from the supplier, it was McRib. So we'd
Okay.
order a box of frozen McRib pieces. So I have eaten McRibs, but never from McDonald's.
Okay. Yeah.
You don't know for sure if it's McRib. No.
It was McRibs. Like,
It was McRibs.
yeah.
Slabs
of crosshatch
I'm going to
ugly
be
meat.
going for the fried spiders anytime soon, Bubba. Just,
Hey, we do need at some point to talk about, cooking a meal. I think somebody said we're going to do some brisket. I think Big Block's buying a brisket and 113 smoking it. Beef. And then
we're not going to get into this conversation again, are we?
I actually fried some beef brisket earlier like it was bacon, and it was delicious.
Nice.
I like fried spiders. Depends
Rich
on the
is
size
down
of
on
the
the ribs,
spider.
eh?
I mean,
I'm out on the ribs. Yeah, I don't know. I figured we would wing it.
I mean, we can do that, but I figure we can plan out at least a couple of meals.
sure.
Well, yeah, we had the brisket, and then dude's gonna make grilled cheese sandwiches.
Okay.
And that was as far as we made it.
I can probably come up with some cheapy versions of it, but I can make it happen.
Bravo panel wagon?
What do we put? What? Oh yeah, you just take out all the windows, turn it into a delivery.
Yeah.
Yeah. He was talking about
Delivery.
the other channel there that the guy turbocharged it,
Yeah.
put 400 horse into it.
Yeah, thing is nasty. I've been
Yeah,
looking at it over
I
here.
want this one to look like a sleeper, except for, a little nicer wheels.
Okay, back up. I want it to look like a sleeper. It's a sleeper or it isn't. There's no. All right, never mind. Moving forward.
And this one, his is a
All I'm saying is,
Use your words.
I'm putting the wheels on it, and I would probably I'm going to airbag, put airbags on it. So it'll be a little after. It's going to look aftermarket, but I want it to look like.
Nobody will think it's fast. They'll think it's just kind of Euro trashy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You got to put the stickers on it.
Yeah.
Putting on it?
Like Star Wars stickers and Yoda stickers.
Yeah. You got to put the family on the back window.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The family stickers on the back window.
Like it was a car that used to be driven by the family, but now it's being driven by a 15-year-old. Yeah.
Well, I'm not real big on stickers on cars.
I hate stickers on cars. I hate emblems on cars. Does anybody else hate emblems on cars?
I don't like
some of them. I'll go with some.
Mine
Some
get shaved like pretty quickly.
It's the first thing
the
I do.
Biggest pet peeve I have is the dealer emblems on it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I am not sponsoring someone else's dealership.
Exactly.
Get wrecked.
Some of them, I mean, I do appreciate back in the day when they had like legitimately nice emblems from dealerships. Yeah. And now it's always just some shitty sticker or some garbage.
I told the dealership when I bought my car, do not put your
do not
put that on my car.
I actually told a dealership to remove one before I buy it.
Oh, nice. See, I've got a Ford truck out here. They used to stamp it in the bumper.
What's up, Country Mile?
Oh, dang. Really?
Yeah, I'll take a short picture.
I always wing it.
I think it says like the dealership name and then Harrison, Arkansas, where it was originated from.
Huh. Oh, they used to have like old trucks, like old Fords and stuff like that. They would actually cut it in the egg bumpers to have the dealership logo.
I guess it looks like it's not all the way through, but it's pretty.
I have seen that in like old Fords where they actually cut out the name of the dealership with the location in the egg bumper.
Oh, usually says I ask you for a favor when you journey down here. She wants some of that northern weed. It's what she wants. Watch her.
Oh, that good kush. Yeah, just bring me over a couple pounds over the border. That'd be great.
Maybe she wants some Tim Hortons. Who knows? I know.
Well, that could be.
It could be a couple pounds of Tim Hortons. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how long Tim Hortons. Well, where's she at?
That's the code name we're using now.
She's in Arkansas. That's Julie's Brian's wife, or whatever. So
that's our new code name. We're gonna get ourselves a pound of Tim Hortons.
No, I'm not going to.
Is that?
That's where we're going.
Want some groceries from Canada?
Groceries from Canada. What's the difference?
Mm-hmm.
It's cheaper.
We got a few things up here that you don't have down there, and vice versa, right? So
what? Put it out there. This is a good conversation. What does Canada have? Go.
Oh, geez. I don't know. Canada. I just hear that we have different things, different chocolate bars, different chips, stuff like that. Some of the different grocery brands.
What's a?
Well, maybe we should start talking about the LS again, boy. You really dropped.
For example, you guys.
I know we're down to 12. I don't know what happened there.
Baby Ruth chocolate bar. You can't get that up here.
Maple stout.
Everyone left.
I can't even say the damn thing.
Aioli. Yep.
Somebody said, "Oh, Canada," and everyone.
Lots of snow. Now y'all keep that shit up there for sure.
Where'd everybody go?
It's gonna be beautiful here in April.
Well, Sublime went live. Everyone's over at Sublime.
Okay.
All the Fords. No, there's only like 8 people over there.
Well, get a list together and send it to me. I'll see what I can find.
What is it? It's 8:30, so everyone's doing their thing. We dip, we dive, we duck, we dodge.
Yeah. So my lives, I'm gonna start mine at 8:00 now instead of 7. So
we normally do 8, but I got to work tomorrow, so I wanted to get going earlier.
What's this work thing you're talking about?
Yeah, I have 14 or 15 more days of that, and then I don't have to worry about that anymore.
I worked today and put in drainage pipes in my new bathroom.
He did.
And went and tried to buy a dryer, which was not successful.
I told you that wasn't going to be successful.
I knew. Well, here's the worst part. I could have got one if it was electric, but I have gas, and no one carries a gas dryer.
That makes it even harder.
On Canada, I got egg roast.
Do we have what?
Egg roast instead of egg roast.
Don't say that really fast.
Egg roast.
Yeah, we got egg rolls and spring rolls and shrimp rolls.
Ooh, what about California rolls?
Yep, you bet. Crispy California rolls even.
Oh,
deep fried.
Deep fried goodness. Oh, poutine. Ooh, on
Yeah.
Oreos.
Ugh.
Shut.
What is
up.
poutine?
It's gravy on fries.
Poutine on
Isn't
Oreos and Twinkies? Oh, God.
it? That sounds
Sounds like a
disgusting.
heart
You just
attack.
said gravy on Twinkies. I'm gone.
So I had poutine for the first time when I went to, what was that, Maine or whatever. That shit was actually really good.
Yeah.
On Twinkies, though?
No, it was fries and
Yeah.
like regular, like it's
I
supposed
mean,
to be.
gravy has its place in the world, but not on confectionery goods.
I mean, I don't know, maybe.
Well, you say that, but have you ever tried it? I mean,
Let's
I don't
say.
think I need to. I've eaten horrible things, and that doesn't sound good.
I've seen you drink things that no one should drink.
That's why you should trust me when I say that sounds bad.
That's what I'm
Your
saying. I just
ginger-
think you're throwing it
gingerbread
up. Yeah,
something?
ginger Mountain Dew with
In
freaking-
retrospect, I hate ginger less now. I don't know.
It's a weird flex.
Weird flex. Because the thought of ginger made me go, ginger. And
Trailer
that's
Park
not
Boys.
that bad.
Chocolate gravy?
That's just
That's
chocolate.
a thing?
It's just chocolate,
It's just chocolate.
pretty much. Chocolate, and you make it like gravy. But
Yeah, so you add like flour.
it's not. It's not for me.
It's thick chocolate.
oh, the A1 steak sauce. Yeah, do you have that? HP sauce?
A1.
A1?
Well,
Yeah, we got A1
I like how he spelt it, but it's
What's the
actually
other one that everybody likes to
A1.
use?
Yeah, of course.
A-
But it's Canadian, so it's A.
Hey.
A1.
What's the other steak sauce that's pretty
Functional.
popular?
Heinz 57 steak
No.
sauce.
Hey, what are you talking about, eh?
Which one am I
Hey.
thinking of now?
Don't you know?
Should I put the full Canadian accent
I
on?
do like A1 sauce
They
more than
can't.
Nebraska.
They cannot handle the full Canadian, bud.
well,
Letter Kenny. Oh god.
maybe I should bring you down some Crown Royal oil, eh?
I mean, you can bring that if you want to. We can buy it down here, but that's okay. You can bring some.
Yep. One of the
Is it
only ones
different?
they had to mix together to make it better. Heinz
guess so.
57 sauce. That's what I'm thinking of.
I thought I said that.
Yeah, you did. Yeah. I just had to see the bottle.
Oh, okay.
He didn't
I
believe
could
you.
picture the bottle. I couldn't think of the name.
Well, they got Leanne Perkins or whatever that's called the Worcestershire sauce too.
Oh, Worcestershire.
Worcestershire.
That's considered. a steak.
I also like to hail from the Shire.
I also hail from
Indeed.
the Shire.
Alrighty.
Lord of the Rings. No.
Moving
Yeah.
on.
They're
Some
coming out
funny
with
little
a.
cigarette packs, huh?
Oh, yeah.
Why? Because all the health and safety stuff on it.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's pictures of lung cancer and everything on the cigarettes up here.
Oh, okay.
nice.
Pictures of lung cancer?
You
Like
really get
actual.
You really
Yeah.
get to see what you're getting there. Nice.
Yeah,
Wow,
show you
that's
what you're
aggressive.
getting into.
I like that.
I mean,
Maybe
who
also
donated the
warnings.
picture of their charred up lungs?
Yep.
So
Dead people.
when the on y'all's vapes, do y'all have like pictures of guys getting ovarian cancer?
No, you know what? I've never even ventured into looking at a vape thing.
What's up, man?
Hey, man.
What's up, dudes? What's going on?
Oh, nada.
What's up? What's
Getting
up?
the show going.
Yeah, it's cool. I'm enjoying my night. I like this a lot, you guys. Good stuff.
Nice, nice.
Yeah. I was thinking of maybe trying to flip my camera and take you for a little yard walk. I got a few interesting vehicles right out there.
Oh yeah.
Take a look at.
Oh yeah, no, over in Boston.
Yeah. I'm in Braintree, so 2 cities south of Boston. I grew up in Quincy, right next to Boston, and I ride the streets of Boston a lot, the motorcycles and the cars and all that.
I just hear the accent. So
You know, with the Boston being in the name and the accent.
I was gonna
you
say, I
would never
figured
guess
like Boston was pretty. Easy.
yeah, no. I figured that. I mean, are you in Boston? Is what I was asking.
Yeah,
it.
no,
This is very, very opposite. Well, I can't even talk now.
That'd be like
Yeah,
saying mongrels.
Yeah, you can't talk now.
Yeah, mongrels. Have you? Do you Canada much?
Canada much?
That's not his name.
Hey, what was that you say? Eh?
Hey, don't you know?
Canada's one more, bigger, of course.
Oh, totally. We got way more
Oh,
land
dark
mass
out
up
there,
here, eh?
it doesn't work too good outside. Yeah.
Nah, it's a little dark
No.
out there.
It's a little
Yeah.
dark.
I think it's nighttime.
Yeah. It's
My observation is
9:45
it might
here.
be nighttime. I think the sun went
9:45
down.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty late.
Yeah.
What time is it here?
It would be
right,
8:45 because that's how math works.
7:45.
I don't know how time works.
You're gonna give this dude a hard time about being dark outside, and you're like, "What time is it now? I don't know." Jesus.
I know
Well,
it's snowing.
He was still trying to give me a hard time because I was talking about Boston, but it was a legitimate question, gentlemen. Are you actually in Boston?
Was it?
Ah,
Was
Yeah,
it a
it's close
legitimate
enough.
question? Do you think it was a legitimate question?
Honestly, you
I
tell
mean,
us.
as long as you think it was.
I mean,
That's all I'm
yeah, I
saying.
hate to tell you that you're wrong, but you know,
I
but
just
he's
know
not.
right
He
now.
doesn't even live in Boston. He lives outside of Boston. So there
But-
you go.
Boston is huge. It does that.
Yeah, I
It's
grew up
Boston
in the city.
adjacent.
I can't take the city out of me anymore now, so I'm stuck
There
with
you
it. Yeah, I'm stuck with it, guys.
I had a buddy that I was in the army with. He's from Boston, and that dude was crazy, man.
I
We
don't
got to
think-
bars, and he would just.
I don't think I've ever really known anybody actually from Boston.
Yeah,
Up in
I'm not-
upper
you
New
think
England
crazy.
area.
I try and be the calm one out of the group. Everyone else is a little wilder, you know. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
I drive pretty hard. I got a few cool vehicles. Picked up the $200 '83 Datsun 280ZX. I got
I saw
my 92 Fox body. It's red, little Red Riding Hood. I call it 5-speed stick.
You got LS swap your Datsun?
First I want to blow the motor that's in it and learn car control with low horsepower.
Oh, so that thing still runs.
Oh yeah, it runs and
Oh,
drives.
nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was
Runs good.
inline 2.8 liter, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think that's cooler than a Fox Body Mustang myself.
Oh yeah.
Oh
that's
yeah.
awesome.
Well, you should see it. It's
So-
got some pretty decent patina and whatnot.
Are you
going
going to put floors back in it first?
How do you know about the floors? What do you see? I
because they all do that.
have a Rubbermaid mat for the passenger floorboard.
Yeah. That's
Plastic Rubbermaid top. Yeah.
That is a standard.
So
issue
what
with
you're
those
telling me
cars.
is the Boston rust situation is very similar to everything else in the Midwest.
Well, that and Japanese cars,
Pretty much.
especially of that era, weren't made with the best of steel.
No,
So,
floorboards and quarter panels, man.
yeah, they go real quick.
Yeah. I'm scared
That's
to even jack
definitely-
the car up.
Yeah.
We got a what was it, a Comanche, Jeep Comanche out of
Oh
Pittsburgh.
God.
And yeah, that video is
I
was
would have been
really-
underneath that thing. That's
I
all
was
I'm
putting
saying.
my finger through the frame. Like it was just,
Well,
Yikes.
they don't have a frame, but
well,
yeah,
the part that they consider to be a frame.
uniframe.
Yeah, whatever. It was very bad. So did you get the did you do the memes today?
I did the memes. But it's like,
Well-
oh, the people left, and
Well, I mean, maybe they'll come back for the memes.
ah,
I didn't see the meme.
I don't remember the memes. When did
you
we
did
do the
what?
memes?
What
We
the heck's
didn't
the
do them
memes?
yet. Well, you'll see the memes.
I haven't seen the memes yet. Send it.
That's the only
Alright.
reason I'm here, you guys, is for the memes.
Yeah,
true.
no shit.
All right, I guess I'm running the chat and you run the memes today, huh?
1 second.
I don't think I sent you any memes this week.
You didn't. That's why dudes had to do it because I didn't have any memes.
He was
Oh,
lazying up on the memes.
I may or may
I
not
actually had a very,
have
very
been playing
productive
video
week
games.
this week, guys.
It's been
I-
a very productive day with the video gaming of the lore. Oh,
I've been gaming and partying all week. It's been a
Oh, well.
good week.
sure.
Mardi
Alright.
Gras.
Miles says he's still here.
Ready to do
There we
it?
go.
Well, Country
Yeah.
Miles, our man, he's always here because he's dedicated to us. And how awesome that man
Dancing
is.
said floors. He said
You
Boston.
have very
right?
similar colors in his logo as Wasted does.
Yeah.
Yeah, Country Mount can get that heat and air kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Share screen. This screen. All right. Yeah. All right.
Oh, enhance.
Enhance. Nope. Now we broke it.
Too much
No.
enhance.
Too much
So
enhance.
trying to what are they trying to do? Pull the dents out? That's what's going on there.
My
Wow.
wife has this cute way of reminding me when I forget her birthday.
Yeah.
It definitely
Grand
makes
Am?
me want to trash the side of a Grand Prix.
Oh, it's a Grand Prix.
Yes, sir. That
I
is
mean, it's
Grand
still
Prix.
there.
That's what it
Because
looks
they
like.
did
when I
not
try to pull
make a
dents
lot of
out.
two-door Grand Dams.
Okay, is it me or does that back tire look like it's not the straightest thing
Well,
on
Oh,
top
it's
of?
because she beat the bumper off of it.
Well,
Well, I think
yeah,
it's
I'm just
the
saying
back
the
of
quarter
car is not the
panel
straightest
might
thing.
be misrepresenting where the wheels should be.
I agree.
Okay.
I like the chicks that are crazy enough to make videos of this and post it on TikTok or YouTube while they do it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
That sounds aggressive.
Yeah,
seen-
there's some
yeah.
crazy chicks out there with glue and glitter. Yeah,
So you could put that on TikTok?
pretty
No.
much.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
not gonna do this.
Oh yeah, you struck a nerve.
We're not
got-
going down this road.
He got kicked off of TikTok live because some dude with a Hitler name came in and started giving him a hard time, and he told him to like go fuck himself or something. And TikTok,
is a bitch. I said,
yeah,
don't
he
be a
told him.
bitch.
Yeah, he told Hitler he was a bitch, and literally TikTok's like, you're banned.
You're banned. You can't be
That's
bullying
messed up.
Hitler like
You
that.
can't
Because
bully
Hitler
Hitler.
has feelers.
Yeah. So anytime somebody brings up some shit on TikTok, he gets all butthurt.
And you also can't start fires in your garage.
Yes,
Well,
Gets
true.
removed.
yeah. that
Who's
was-
watching all this stuff so much that they can actually like pick
I'm
what they
guessing
want
one
on and
person
don't want
reports.
on?
Yeah,
That's what I
we're
don't
pretty
get.
good. We're pretty good at holding down at least one or two super trolls at a
Yeah.
time. So
Dan, how Daddy says, who's
Gotcha.
the trash content crew?
Oh, so people report. Yeah, I got you now. Makes sense.
we are the trash content crew.
It's getting pretty hot. In
Is that a Buick Century?
Oh,
yeah,
good
it
lord.
looks like a Buick Century. I would agree with
Yeah, it
that.
does.
I
That
like
is
that.
a-
That's classic.
Hey, if that works,
a
man,
very
you
minty
gotta
air
some gold in
conditioner.
that car.
There is more money in plywood and generator and
Generator.
duct tape than there is the car. You know,
What about
Mind
the
you-
duct tape holding the window up?
I
the
have
front window,
seen
yeah.
I have seen a small air conditioner in the back of a caravan before driving down.
Yeah, the vans, you can kind of turn it into a small bedroom, but a car, it's like,
I mean, it'd be nice
Man,
and
does-
cold in there.
Would that generator
That's
have
nice.
enough?
I'm just
power
saying
to
the
run
angle of that
AC
air
unit?
conditioner. I'm no HVAC guy here, but the water's going to drain into the car, and that's a problem.
right.
That will.
That's
rust
what you're
out your
worried about,
floors.
right?
That's what I'm
That'll
worried about. I
rust
mean, I don't
your
want
You're
the
not
floor
worried about the
getting wet.
generator and the cord stretching. And
Nope. I mean,
No, none of that.
I'm
is
worrying
a-
about that minty
Convenience.
Buick Century carpet.
okay.
Yeah, well, it's
Well,
probably
they need
mint
something
color.
doing besides smoking or tweaking the car, and pick up all the water.
Is that well? That's true.
Right.
Something.
So
Yeah.
speaking of tweakers and cars,
Keep 'em
my
busy.
neighbor out by the car lot or whatever in Tweakerville, for real, has a Volvo wagon now.
Oh,
Oh,
dang.
does he?
Yeah,
They living in it?
I'm like,
Go see how much he wants for it. It'll save us a trip.
I mean, he might want it, but he might sell it, but
It depends on the day, probably.
Yeah.
depends on how much meth I got.
Well,
Yeah.
it's-
Exactly.
How much meth do you have?
yeah.
That's
We just
what
went
I-
down a
Don't get me wrong.
segue.
If I could buy cars with meth, I go buy some meth.
I'm not saying you can't.
I feel like it might be easier to buy cars with meth
Yeah.
from what you've been
It
telling me
might
about
be,
that
but
place.
I need cars with titles
That's
and
true.
that aren't looking like that.
Yeah. He doesn't need his neighbor's ar when his neighbor doesn't know about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay. I see the downsides to this. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Who thinks this is awesome?
What's that, Camaro, Firebird?
That's a CUDA.
That's a CUDA.
CUDA. Is that is photoshopped? You
It
know
looks
that, right?
photoshopped, yeah.
That'd be
I don't
Photoshop.
know. I think you could probably get a CUDA front end onto some
I'm not
Dodge
saying
hearse.
you couldn't, but that one I'm pretty sure is photoshopped. The
Yeah, I was
back
gonna
door
say,
handle's
yeah.
a little different.
Yeah,
And
and this
look
quarter
how
panel
the-
doesn't
That's
look
it,
right.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Looks a little stretched.
But in theory,
Hey.
I'd drive it.
Don't ruin how much I would love to own a hearse CUDA.
I bet you would.
I mean,
It's a
I'd
wagon.
drive the
Come on,
shit
wagons
out
are
of
cool.
that. I drive it every day.
Yeah.
Shouldn't the 340 be on the
Yes.
quarter panel?
Yes, it
Single
should.
hit Mustang. You might 113. You might be right. It's a pretty quick.
Why did Dad install this? Doesn't he know steering stabilizers only mask over the death wobble?
Oh man, what is it enhanced a little bit more in there?
Nope. Nope. That is a heavy over-under steer right there. That is
Yeah.
a big
Oh, yeah.
bar. And that is
Yeah, I bet there's no death wobble to that thing at all.
look at the
Oh.
look at the angle of this spring though.
Yeah, as long as you
Must
don't
be
go
a
over 25 miles an hour, you'll be fine.
It'll be fine. Got his winch on there.
Y'all don't think that's a pavement princess?
No, I don't think so.
No,
I look at these welds and the cupping on the tires. I don't think so.
yeah,
What? Is
Oh,
that an
yeah.
Yeah,
HHR?
HHAR.
Oh, yeah.
I almost
Yeah,
thought it was a
yeah.
PT Cruiser, and then
Yeah,
I just
did it
realized
too.
But
people
is that
are
a
ruining
Buick front-
HHRs now.
yeah.
Buick front end, Buick.
Yep. says Buick. She's got all the stuff
Sweet
going on. She's got
rims.
some moon globes. I mean,
Yeah.
this reminds me of like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles van top.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, exactly. You just got to paint that sucker green.
I kind of like the theory, but what they did was I don't like
I'm
it.
not sure what they're doing back here.
It's like somebody he watched a video or two and learned how to mold bodywork and just went way too far.
Like, this looks okay, but I don't know what this little headlight piece. I mean, and then the upside down Buick grill just kind of ruins it for me.
Yeah.
What's that on the front of the grill right there? That's
says
kind of
Buick.
sideways.
No,
Okay.
it's supposed to be
That's another weirdo hood emblem off of a 50s Buick.
And the scoop at the on the hood that doesn't work. That's
Yeah.
really,
I mean, you don't need functional scoopage. I want to know how the doors don't look like they clear these pieces. So that means this opens with the door.
It has to, yeah.
That's professional body work right there, bud.
Yeah, like spray
Or
foam. It kind of looks like spray foam.
It's definitely spray foam.
It just molded and chopped.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
you
still
can-
trying to
you
figure
can-
out what this
You can
is.
see the lines in it for the
That's
doors.
the taillights. Come on now.
Oh yeah, because
No,
it opens with
Mad
the doors.
Max would never own that. There's no way.
All this body work, and he still has the
That
antenna on. up
HHR
here.
is Sad Max owned it.
It's sad, Max.
Sad
Mad Max.
It's even got an upside down space. What's all sad?
It does.
I've seen things.
Oh God.
All right.
That's like so that's where Dirty and Mike and the boys ended up at.
And this is why you shouldn't let your monster truck fuck the neighbor's Prius.
That
That is a Traverse
Yeah. That's
with
with
it's not it's just a regular
Yeah.
Traverse. There's no rims in those tires.
No.
It's just
What's
rubber.
the one that's
Right.
smaller
This
than
is
the
some-
Traverse?
Yeah. I was gonna say you'd never be able to turn those. That's just
What's
some
the one that's
wheels and
smaller than
tires in front of
Traverse?
it.
Equinox.
Nah, I think that is Traverse though.
No, so you got an Equinox, a Traverse, and then you go up even lower than that's the Captivia.
Yeah, that's not Captivia, I don't think.
No, that's a Traverse.
Okay.
No, it could be. It could be an Equinox. It could be a
Same.
newer Equinox.
Accurate.
Might be
Yeah.
right.
So many that look the same and they all have different names.
It's true.
Same.
They
I'm
all
guessing
just
the tires are going on that Tahoe behind it.
Yes. I would
Yeah,
agree
that's where
with
they're going.
that. Some meats.
We just took a picture to look
Hey,
funny.
I thought it was funny.
Yeah,
Sure.
Check it out.
Hey.
That's not fat.
That a
Well,
Volvo?
you did a good job.
Is that it's photoshopped?
It's Russian
Yeah,
knockoff.
you can tell, but I like it.
Looks like it was
I
like a
don't hate
Volvo 240 or something.
Might have been.
I present you with the Russian bird. The Russian bird.
There's a lot of
It is
Hey.
strong like Russia.
Steel faster and waste Z.
No. Maybe the Subaru because it's not done yet, but the Z's faster.
I don't know. This thing could have a Hemi.
It could.
The only
Anyhow, I
the only
think-
Hemi it's got is coming out of its rear end.
Yeah.
A hemorrhage. Oh.
Yeah.
Hemorrhage, yeah.
Yeah.
When your wife says it's time to sell the truck and get
That's
something
not
more
brother.
family oriented.
Pontiac, Montana.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those
there
are
you
good
go.
vans. They're pretty loaded, really.
I'd rock
That's
that thing.
about a lifted
Think
one,
pretty
but yeah.
thick.
Looks like it's
Yeah.
on a laser platform.
It's got to be some sort. Yeah.
So it's left hand drop, so it's probably definitely Chevy. Yep, it looks like K5.
Yep.
Oh, I was thinking the S10 Blazer, but
No,
It's too
straight
big for
axle.
that.
Straight
Seems like
axle.
the back tire's a little flat.
They never made a straight
Well, he's
axle.
holding a
That's-
trailer,
Oh,
so
that
you
big
know.
old,
Well,
big old lawnmower back there.
Yeah.
You got these big old super swampers on there, you know there. Ooh,
Those
look
like
at that.
38s or
Mr.
something. They're
Bean's
pretty
car.
big. 35.
Those are half-ton axles all day. Ugh.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think it's legit.
I'd
I
drive
mean,
it.
what else you gonna ask for a van? I mean, come on.
And it's really clean. I mean, around here, those vans are gone.
Oh, really? Okay.
It's like
If
a
you-
2001 Venture. Though.
If
This
they're
was the
still
last
running
one.
around here, they're usually pretty clean.
You
All the
say that
ones-
about everything. Everything up there is gone in your area.
Gone.
Yeah, I don't see any of those anymore.
Nope.
Yeah.
Gone.
You're like, I don't like Chevy trucks, so they rust. I don't like.
So I
Dodge,
actually,
they
I
rust.
actually drove one of these in the Chevy version when I first started with my company.
Uplander.
All right, Forsaken. Have a good night.
No, this
brother.
isn't an
Oh,
Uplander.
good
This is
one.
a Venture,
Yeah, Venture.
and that van sucked.
Venture, isn't that a Montana?
Well, it's a
That's what
Montana,
they-
but it's the
The
same.
Chevy
as the
version
Chevy
is Venture.
Yeah.
And the Oldsmobile Silhouette. Is that what
Yep.
they still call it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I still call
yeah.
it a Silhouette. Boop. Can you completely remove trailers, tandems in transit? If so, Swift is hiring in your area. Call or
Hey.
recruiters today.
That guy's laying frame, buddy.
Bro. Well, it makes me wonder: are the wheels inside of the
Yeah,
trailer
no way,
or
no.
behind the trailer? So
Well, I'm
there-
gonna say
there.
because this looks like it's flared out. I'm betting they left out the back.
Yeah,
Out the
they
back.
did, yeah. Guaranteed there's nothing under there. That's sitting flat.
that's
Somebody unbolted the old tandem and then sent him on his way.
Well, it's probably some of them the axles that are the sliding axles.
Yeah. Yep.
And,
And
probably,
they have a bolt stop at the end.
Yeah.
But if the bolts aren't tight, they leave.
right.
axles have left the building.
Swift at it again. Yeah, that's right.
Swift.
That's,
Very swifty.
Normal day.
Normal day. Boop. But Lieutenant Dan, you ain't got no legs.
is that a courier?
Courier?
Courier? Courier?
Did you just say call it a courier?
Yeah, courier, courier.
You can totally call it a courier.
Trying to
That's a
figure out why this
courier.
door is a different color.
Yeah, I was just noticing that.
That's and it's backwards. So
What
so-
brand is the Courier? I don't know what brand
Ford.
that is.
It's
Ford.
previous
That's a-
to the Ranger. Before the
Oh,
Ranger,
that's a
there was
Ford
a
there
Courier.
too?
No,
Not
that's a
Ford,
Datsun.
something.
Yeah, that's a Datsun for sure
That's
by
a
the name.
Datsun.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this looks like Datsun.
Yeah, that definitely says
Oh,
Datsun.
gotcha. Gotcha.
But
That
the
is-
Ford
that's a
Courier
Ford.
Bad.
was the Ranger.
What about that suicide door on that diesel?
It
Or,
does look.
it'd be a diesel.
Yeah,
350, whatever.
yeah. The handles shouldn't be next to each other.
Oh, snap. Good eye. Good
That's
eye
kinda
right
cool.
there. Nice catch. Yeah.
It's very pixely pictures. Garbage.
Yeah, yeah.
Boop. Oh yeah.
Hey,
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's my
What?
style right there.
they've been banging around.
You
a
can
little
see
bit.
the rotor. Things have
Road's still
happened.
good.
That
Look
looks
at
like
the-
something dudes had the other day.
Look at the other lug stud that's there and
I'm
doesn't
just
have a
saying,
lug nut on it.
those are really good vice grips. And somebody clamped
Dodge
those
Neon,
on.
maybe.
Like, look at this is bent.
Yeah, they hammered that on,
No, that's super strength right there, buddy.
and it's
Yeah.
just been wobbling around the whole time.
It's like
Oh,
a
yeah.
curb feeler. You know, they got the
You can-
nice curb
Oh,
feelers
yeah.
on
Oh,
some
I
Yeah,
stuff.
wouldn't
you
want
see
to
the
feel a
bumper
curve with
coming
those
out, too.
bad things.
Now you don't want to have them at a diagonal angle. What you want is exactly what they did there. You got to have those suckers side by side.
Uni lugs.
Oh
Side by
my
side.
Yeah, you got.
God.
Yeah, you're right. You should have ran them
The
diagonal.
best part about this is it's in a parking lot somewhere. Someone drove this to that spot.
It
Oh
made
yeah.
it. And that's obviously probably a spare tire.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Well, it could be
You just
it could be
missed
the
the
main and
hubcap.
just you missing the hubcap. Yeah.
I can
Maybe.
just imagine what the rest of the car looks like.
Oh, just
well,
minty
I-
raw get out.
Even I
Gem.
would buy that car.
Wow.
Yeah, it looks like a Civic or something, I think.
It's a
Yeah,
little lower.
that
Could be
or-
wrong, but it's pretty Civic-y to me.
It's seen some speed bumps. That's what. the
Oh, I'm
bumper's
sure
about.
it's got a death wall.
Headlight looks like it's broke. The rotor is definitely trashed in there. That is.
Oh, that's still good. Come on, man.
That's,
Slap some new
Well,
brake
there
pads
are
on there.
literally no pads in there.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's what Cletus calls slotted.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yes.
that's
Those are
right there.
definitely slotted. Yes.
Slotted rotors.
Like here, they cool better that way.
Yeah.
All right. There are parts changers. There are good mechanics that only use proper new parts, and there are other few that make shit happen.
I don't see a problem here.
I actually like it.
You know,
I-
He's
really
even got
think
rubber
cool.
isolators on there.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just an exhaust holder. Why not? It's actually kind of cool.
It's
Yeah.
kind of neat.
I mean, if you
liking
cleaned it up, had it painted, and painted that a different color so it'd stick out.
Yeah.
whatever.
Or if it was one of those cars where you actually had like the mirrors underneath it for the shows that you could see the kind
Yeah,
of cool.
I
thing.
think
Yeah.
it's actually pretty cool.
The strongest exhaust hanger you could ever buy. And it'd probably be
Okay.
cheaper because they give those away when they're screwed.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
Just go
A whole pile of them laying around. Yeah.
All right.
I actually like that.
I just thought this was funny. 'Cause it's a big tire. She's little. The only rubber that fits inside.
I just don't see it fitting inside her.
I don't. I see
It
her
fits
fitting.
it.
I seen her
Yeah,
inside
yeah,
of it.
inside of it. Yeah.
All right.
Maybe she could fit in there, but.
Who else thinks this is awesome?
Well, now that's cool. I'm liking that.
Oh, that is.
I mean,
cool.
I'm not
Can
sure
you
why
down
you
here?
need all this, but
Yeah.
you know.
Did
It's good
Bubba
right
Ayers
across
build
the
that?
Like a little
snow.
T-bucket snowmobile.
Yeah. Oh,
That thing is.
that would be scary.
Bubba Ayers still in here. We got the supercharged joke.
You can see him in a.
What's up,
Oh,
Tark?
Tarek, what's up, brother? How is Oregon treating you? How's the gas prices out there, bud? Oof.
Okay.
Okay, I ain't mad at that.
So we cut the middle out and moved the back forward.
Yeah, because it's a truck now.
It's a truck now. You can put stuff back
Interesting.
here. Because you can actually flip
Interesting
the hatch
concept.
up now and slide all the way into the doors.
Yep.
Okay. Is the tire right there through that opening of the rear?
Yep.
Yeah.
You can
Right
see
there.
right through to that car door.
Yeah, you had
Is
to
that
cut
what
it.
yeah,
A little more
yeah.
modification to go, but yeah, it's good.
I mean, somebody with a welder, and I mean, this is like steel bar here. I mean, it's like C channel.
463 for regular. Oof.
Oh, nope, no, thank you.
Honda Ridgeline.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking at first.
John
Dodge
Hooper.
Ridgeline.
Yeah, basically.
I have a feeling that guy knows the guy with the AC in the window on his Cutlass.
Oh,
What's
yeah.
up, John? How's it going?
Boop.
Suicide door.
And this is just
Yeah.
awesome.
See, now this is actually cool.
Yeah, I like
This
it.
is well, so this is a van conversion on a truck frame, so I'm a little cooler with that.
So it would be cool if it didn't have the van part. So it had the van front and the truck rear only. I think that would actually look pretty dang cool.
What did you just say?
It basically didn't want the cab in the back here.
Right.
Oh, you didn't want this piece. You didn't want the
Yeah,
sleeve
right.
piece.
I think
Yeah.
without that, it would actually look cool.
Okay.
Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I think this would be I mean, it's obviously a half ton pulling an enclosed trailer, which is whatever. But if you did this right, you could have like a full sleeper truck bed. I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a good traveling rig.
Might be. We could build that next, guys. I actually just traded for 2 vans.
Silverado, Astorado. Luigi, what's up, brother? How's it going? Oh man, Boston, you got some clickety clacks coming through that phone of yours.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, right here is your problem.
Do I?
Your radiator cap is
Yeah.
attached to a piece of shit.
I mean, it happens.
I think it's like a Taurus behind him.
Tempo or Taurus, or
Yeah.
something like that.
Whatever it is, he's probably right.
Well, I haven't seen one of those in a long time.
This
Could be
is a
a
metal
show.
sign. I already ordered it. It's
It was
pretty
the
cool.
Taurus
I'm going to
show.
take off, you guys. I don't want to be clickety clacking on you live, all right?
All right, man. Appreciate it, though.
All right.
Yep.
We'll get you
I'll
on
check
that
in
one.
on the other live. I just don't want to make the noise and bug people, you know? No reason
right.
for that. But thank you for having me. I
Yeah, no
appreciate
problem,
it,
brother.
guys.
Thanks for joining us.
Yep. Peace. Take it easy,
Later.
guys.
Hold on, Tark. What happened, Tark?
Teeth through my bottom
Oh,
lip.
good Lord.
He must have fallen.
Hello?
God, no, he said he had a blow in the Trailblazer.
We had a blowout. So you had a tire
Hit a
blowout.
tree.
Wheel pull
Oh,
trailer.
no.
Yeah.
My
Dang,
shoulder
bro.
broke. Damn, dude. Well, shit. I'm glad you're like alive.
Yeah, and on here typing. That's a good
yeah,
sign. Oh boy.
dude.
Had a
Yeah.
blowout
So
on the
they-
Trailblazer last night with a full trailer. Took me off the road, hit a tree, doing almost 50. You were pulling a trailer with a Trailblazer?
Yeah, of course. Why not? I see it all the
Okay.
time.
All right.
As long as it's not too heavy, you know.
Also, I'm wondering what was on the trailer at this point.
Mm. Damn, brother.
That could have been worse.
They have to wire your jaw shut or anything like that for that type of thing.
That's what I
Been
can
there, I
say.
hope not.
Astro.
Astroglide. Ooh.
You know,
Cadillac
I
and
should take one of
doghouse.
them Astros I just got and make an Astro Glide. That'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that's me too, Tarek.
Boop.
Damn. Full tank again. Oh yeah, I bet it was the most expensive part of that whole deal. Yo, this real man of genius right there.
Real man of genius.
How'd he get to the lug nuts?
So
Oh,
I'm trying to figure out.
That's a great question, actually.
Maybe. I don't know. If you got a drill, you could make that happen.
I mean, it's a Volkswagen. It's not going anywhere anyway, but
Just gotta let it heal. Damn, brother, that sucks. No problem, Boston. It's awesome, man. Like I said, those clicking and banging. It sounded like you had a transformer fucking a fax machine in the background for a second.
it might have been.
Well, hey,
I'm
that would've
sorry,
been-
officer. The red safety flag must have fallen off.
Oh, I thought that thing was the red safety flag.
That's
Right.
what I thought.
He got
That-
yeah, it'll work.
Yeah,
I mean, that's how I put my van on my Chevy Square Body.
I bet you did.
I love it's dragging whatever the hell is that coming out of the.
Oh,
was
that
trying
is
to
the
think about, like,
windshield
safety
weather
chains
stripping.
and- And then I was like, no, it's
I will guarantee that's the windshield weather stripping right there.
Mm.
That is a good look, though. Strong.
Yeah.
Honk the Prius. Scared the crap out of me.
Damn, that's 6-0 on that one, I think. So, all right, it might be 6-4, but
Only thing we need is ice
It
grips
broke
to put
down.
spare on.
Hey, you better carry a box of ice grips with you. On the left is a ratchet. On the right is an assault ratchet. And it's an Ingersoll Rand, so I get behind it.
Yeah.
Boop. When you can't weld, but you are a sick carpenter.
That is a
That's
Oh,
a
it's
full
a-
wooden Jeep.
It's a whole lot of wooden Jeep. And I wouldn't even say they're a good carpenter because there's a lot of straight edges here. At least round that shit out a little.
He's a sick.
hell yeah, brother.
Sick. I mean,
That actually looks really good for woodwork. I mean,
I guess.
I don't know. I don't fuck with woodwork. So.
What are those? Who else thinks this is hilarious? I'm no
Right.
Jeep guy, but it's always funny to see a Jeep that hasn't been Jeeped out.
Oh, I was gonna say it's stock tires.
Yeah, exactly.
Stock tires. Well,
That's
I got-
what
I got a-
saying.
I got a
Is
Jeep
this
sitting out
the
here.
angle of
It has-
this, or is that Jeep leaning?
This probably.
All Jeeps are leaning.
now I'm triggered.
Who knows a Jeep? Who knows?
The new
Yeah.
Woody from Jeep. Oh, okay.
I always find it humorous when I see a Jeep Wrangler with factory rims and tires. So, like, they came with those? I always thought they came with big tires.
So what I was gonna
It's
say
a
about the Jeep I
4x4.
have out here, it's got it's got 33s on it and all that, and in the back it has a stock wheel on it.
Oh, gross. Who else is impressed by this?
I'm impressed.
I'm
with
like
the
it
stuff
better.
you
I
have to
think
do.
it's turned around. I like the
So-
Trump track.
Is there a motor underneath there actually driving that?
Oh, I'm
would
betting
assume.
that is a front wheel
I'm
drive
guessing
car.
that's the case. Yeah.
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 So that means that
Okay.
thing's
Which is why it's not turned around because he needs
Yeah,
it to
yeah,
go
that makes
forward.
sense.
Yes.
Yeah.
Drive backwards.
But this also means he could potentially have rear steer.
Yes.
Totally does. Yeah.
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 This makes you start thinking about some things. Life choices.
What's
and
up,
whatnot.
Rob?
And I see he moved his gear selector right there too.
Yep.
Right? That's
Gotta feel
90% of what we do here, bud.
Yo,
No idea
yo,
what we're doing here.
113. When you gonna build this, dude?
Yeah.
Yo, 113 ain't wrong.
This is
I
your
can
entry
find-
into cars with a
I can
bike.
find you something shitty,
An Oldsmobile
car.
Goldwing.
and then you can take one of them, a shitty bike or something.
It's an old-
I love how it still has the little
Put down the welder and walk away. Come on, 113. You got to build. You can build this.
what are
better
those
than this.
little vent things you can clip on the side?
Oh
of
no,
it?
that's the go fast things. You put all
And the
the
trunk rack on the
automobiles
hood.
and Buicks. You put them all of
Oh, yeah.
Sheep
Up
type.
the
See,
AutoZone
a slammed 4x4 Jeep. Yeah, I've seen some of those before.
And it's a classy rig when they just bust out the tread plate and put it on everything.
Oh yeah.
Diamond plate,
them.
man.
Diamond plate,
listen,
yeah, buddy.
That's brings up the value right there.
Ugh.
Well, and they got the lights on the side. And they had
Heat
And the
pack, this
wing.
thing
Did you
should
see
have
the
there.
wing on the back of the hood?
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I have that exact wing. You know that's off of? A Dodge Caravan.
Windjammer fairing for a
It
better.
says, but it's colored matched.
It's color matched. I mean, the build is sound.
I don't know about that seat though.
I just walked up and said,
This
"That's
jumper
cool."
seat right here. I don't know if I'd take that ride.
I love, dude. That's a spot for his beer to, or is that? Yeah, no, that's a cup holder for his
That's-
beer
Is
right
that-
there.
Is
That's
that
the
seat
seat.
off of one of those like electric?
Looks like a
Maybe.
boat seat on the bottom, but the back does look like a scooter.
Like a
It looks
rascal
like
seat.
an
So here's
electric
what you gotta
wheelchair
acknowledge.
seat.
Let's say this is a Buick. If it's a
Keep the wing,
Buick,
keep it
the hood
grounded.
would open the wrong way. But if this
Yeah.
is an Oldsmobile, that seat's going to go up with the hood.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a Buick or Oldsmobile. I can't really tell, but
And you
Buick's
just put your
the
feet,
hood
put
with
your
the
feet on the
wrong
bumper, I guess, as you're going. I dig this. This is there's nothing wrong here.
I'd put a bench seat on the hood. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You put all your ladies on it.
You could definitely put you some kind of storage box on the back.
Saved a ton of money on brake pads.
Oh yeah.
I mean-
Oh my. Well, I mean, let's not get past the fact the car is literally sitting on.
Agreed.
Hey, it doesn't
The
have
ro-
studs. Could be
Yeah.
a Saturn. Could be a Saturn.
Oh, or Volkswagen.
Volkswagen, yeah.
Don't you naysay this. You're just an optical delusion. It's just they're getting ready to put the stud tires back on.
Sure.
Portholes. Yeah, it does have. Well, those portholes did look like they could have been from AutoZone.
Yeah, I was about to say it looked like the AutoZone specials.
Yeah, but everybody likes to put them on Buicks. This to me looks like Buick Skylark. So that means the
It
hood
could definitely be a Buick.
folds the
I'm
wrong
not
way.
going to argue that. It does have the Buick rack on the hood that came off the trunk.
Yeah, that's
All
true.
the ladies. All of your ladies. Yep. Or all of my lady. Yeah, true. She's listen, if she ain't 280, she ain't a lady. Whoa, what was
People
that
with
word?
these cars can easily steal your girl.
Not if listen, those dudes in that van ain't getting my girl if she's 280. I'm just saying.
What are you talking about? That's the only one she can fit in.
Oh.
Yeah, but if she ain't getting in it if she don't want to.
Have to roll her into the back.
She can fit in the Bentley.
They'll just back up towards her and
That
just pick her off
BMW is
the
pretty
knees.
small. I've never been in a Ferrari, so.
Yeah, Bentley's probably pretty roomy.
Yeah, plenty of room for activities.
What was
Better
the one
be.
you skipped, or did you go too far?
No, this was the one I skipped.
Okay.
How to keep your daughter from dating a car guy.
Dude, so seriously, there's places in,
Yes.
where when I was in Oak Harbor, there was a couple places that had driveways
Yes.
like this, and I was like, "What the crap?"
2 blocks down, there's driveways like this, and every time, like, they can't park in their driveway once it gets icy or snowy. They can't.
Yeah, it'll
I
roll
mean,
down
their
the hill.
car would literally just like
Fly.
shoot.
Slides down, yeah.
Terrible idea.
Yeah, and the other thing is, you're not pulling any truck or anything into that garage with the angle.
No,
I
Hit
don't
the
see a
roof.
problem with this.
Yeah, this
What
is
are
lowering.
y'all looking at the
lowering
rust
spring.
or something? What's wrong?
Yeah,
strong.
it's just a lowering kit.
that's how you fix the
Okay.
spring. It's okay.
Yeah, he just dropped it an inch. It's an inch drop.
Could be a lift kit. You take 2 springs, sit them on top of
Yeah.
each other. Yeah.
That's probably what it is.
Listen,
right there.
if they open the door with tacos, I'm jumping in the van. I don't care what you're doing. Get
Yeah.
out of here.
Fight them for the tacos. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
$20.
Fact.
Vice grips for the win.
There's nothing wrong with this. My window roll up on my
That's a
van
Ford.
was it was.
Oh, that's this
Vice
Ford
grips.
right here.
Yeah.
It's one of these beautiful
Nice.
items.
Can't get in the garage anymore. Yeah.
Bloop, 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 bloop.
High center, pretty much anything. Exactly.
You know, it just means you got to own a really lifted truck.
Yeah, but you can't get in the garage door at that point. What in the red?
The longer you look, the worse it gets.
Okay, let's do this. So we got a jack there. We got an
Okay.
exhaust clamp.
Okay.
Got a Herc strap. I said toe
Enha-
strap.
Enhance.
Enhance.
There's a gun lockout up at the top there.
Know what that is?
Yep, see, it's an
Okay.
XD, so that's for a
That
Glock.
toe strap looks like underneath.
This is welded to a plastic bumper
Bumper.
cover.
Oh,
Or it's
God.
just wedged. It's just wedged on there.
Is that an Iowa tag?
No. It says the Silver State. I don't know what the hell that means.
That's a jack. What is the deal with the socket? What is on the end of the socket there?
So this is something.
Silver
Well,
State's on the
not-
bottom.
So to stop it from, like, I guess, backing the nut off. It's
I'm
like
going
a
to guess
stopper.
that's the socket. Yeah.
It stops
Like
the
that.
nut from backing off.
Yeah, but how is that stuffed in there? Because it's
Is that a
obviously
C
not
clamp on the
wrap
bottom? Nope. That's part of the jack.
Yeah,
So
that's
this
part
is
of
the
jam.
jack. This is a receiver going into the truck. This is a
That's the
Pinto hitch.
from the trailer. Yeah, it's a pinhook or whatever. Pinhook or whatever.
Yeah.
Wow.
Sitting on a ball with this clamped and then this wedged
Oh,
on
the
it. to
old
hold it
jack
down.
clamp. I want to know what the
Jack
fucking
clamp.
gun lockout is doing, going through the hole. What is that doing?
So
for
it's
anything?
actually going through here, locking
what?
something.
Yeah.
And then
Keeps
this
the
whole
jack
strappage, this strappage is the safety strap right here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But you know what? It's not a big deal because that's a pretty light trailer, obviously.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Look
yeah,
at the
yeah.
girth on that thing.
Yeah.
You know when it's got the stick welds like that, you know, it's kind.
Yeah. Well, it's a heavy
Man.
equipment trailer.
So, I don't know. Okay.
What?
What?
Just looking. I was like,
I was like,
did it have a ball on the bumper as well? And that receiver is sitting on the ball, or Or the
Well,
hitch?
this is a
it's
full
fine.
receiver, and then this is another receiver to use.
That's what I'm saying. Look on the back part of it though. It looks like it's sitting on top of another ball, but it might be way off.
Yeah, I don't
On the
know.
bumper.
Well, all of this is to stop the pintle from coming off because he doesn't have the right
Yes.
fucking hitch.
Yeah.
Correct. Because that's an anti-sway hitch with a ball. And
Yeah.
that's Pinto, and then that's to keep it all connector-rated. But could you imagine when this thing turns? Like,
No.
just the milling and the
Oh.
noises that makes.
Well, it's just going to be
Hey,
that and on that.
But there's
other
one
one.
thing that's not there, and it's safety chains.
That's this. That's the strap.
That's what the strap.
Oh,
Yeah, it straps there. For it.
okay.
It's a damn muffler clamp. Yeah. What's up, Brailsford? You're just in time to see the shit show.
Yeah. So the tags, I looked it up. The Silver State is Nevada.
Well, there you go.
Oh, yeah,
That explains everything.
That does meth. Yep.
It does mess
But it
up.
works. Is it dumb idea? Yes, it's still a dumb idea.
Yes, that is still terrible. And here's the thing: we don't know that this worked.
Exactly.
It's true.
It might have
This
worked
could,
for a second.
this could have been the test ground. Like this might happen.
Yeah.
10 miles down the Lowe's Raider? Nope.
I feel like if we went to the front of this car, there would be a couple vice grips holding a wheel on.
Yeah, you're probably not wrong.
We found our guy.
All right. Boop. For those on a tight budget,
No problem,
the
brother.
Toyota Pour Runner.
Well,
That's
that-
actually kind of cool.
no,
That
that's
looks like
not
one of them
Forerunner.
Russian-
We all know the price of wood.
I forgot what-
well.
Yeah, nowadays that thing is high,
Yeah.
high
Double the
society.
value of it.
Yeah, but they could have tore down a deck or something. I mean,
Well, but reclaim wood's even more.
eh,
you're
Mhm.
not wrong.
No problem, Brailsford. Appreciate you coming and saying hi.
Look at that bad boy, though.
Muffler clamps never fail. They never come off. That's for damn sure.
You
Muffler
all know
clamps
they
never
rust down
fail.
in place pretty good.
I mean, if you really qualify them as ever working, but boop. When your ex tells you the only stuff you're taking with you is what you can fit in your truck.
Yeah, this is so they make those deals to put freaking snowmobiles and
Yeah.
shit. Up
Yeah.
on
It's a
top.
sled deck.
Yeah,
Quads and sleds.
Yep.
And Andy's pulling a trailer.
he is
Yep.
pulling a trailer.
So it makes you wonder what's on the trailer.
Yeah, but at least listen, it's a big 35, maybe 4,500. Should be
But
fine.
but if you chose to put your Jeep on the sled deck, what is
what's
on the trailer?
Yeah. Well, it's probably judging by the bikes and everything they're going to play. It's probably a camper.
Yeah, because I mean he's got all the stabilizer pieces down here.
Yeah, he's got a camper on board.
Yep, and this is all the
Is that a BC plate? Is that Canada?
I don't know.
It's hard to
We
tell.
don't have enhanced capabilities.
Oh,
I don't have those kind of enhance. That's Jeep. They're doing Jeep stuff and truck stuff.
I guess you could probably go look at the Jeep tag. That would be easier
that's
to read.
true. Nothing.
Nope, never mind.
I think somebody blanked them out. Nobody wanted to
Ohio.
know.
Ohio.
Ohio.
Ohio?
That does seem like Ohio.
Oh, muffler clamps disappear. Brian, yeah.
Oof. Could you imagine getting in a wreck in this with all this? Like that
Oh,
would end badly.
man. Yeah.
You just throw a Jeep at somebody.
It's a party barge. What a turd.
Dodge Dooley can handle that. Yeah, I'm sure it could.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Jeeps don't
yeah.
have that much. Sure.
it seems it's not sagging real hard.
I've
from
seen
what
some
it
of them
looks like.
Dooley's carrying a four wedge or a wedge trailer with four vehicles. So
Yeah.
or something. Yeah, I'm sure. To be
Yeah, but
I'm-
not
I'm
all.
just-
But you don't normally have a whole lot of that weight sitting on.
I'm super impressed with the actual sled deck and the reinforcement at the top of the box sides. I
Yeah.
mean, you'd think you'd get a little bit of crush or something going on there.
Well, I'm sure that yeah. See, he's pretty Canadian. Yeah.
Me trying to pretend everything's going fine in my life.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's
That
sad.
you know that thing just flops around in the wind when you're driving.
Oh, I just want to know what kind of damage. I mean, what are we talking here? Alumina? It's kind of like
No,
Chevy
that's a
build.
Saturn.
T-bone.
That's
Saturn?
awesome.
Jesse, how's it going, brother? I haven't seen you in
Jesse
forever.
Williams.
Oh,
Jesse, been hiding. Been forever.
Long
What
time
this
no
seems
see.
Saturn-y stuff. I'm not sure why they had to put the tape down the center, probably to keep the flap down. I guess.
From
Yeah,
the flapping,
but,
yeah.
You know,
Pop
too
the window
bad.
out.
Oh, and that's all she wrote, guys.
That's her.
That's
That's
it, eh?
I do have a couple I will pull up.
33 of them.
I got a couple that I did do. 3.
You
to
got
be
a couple?
exact.
I mean, how were they? Were they good?
They're all right. Actually, you know what? I'm going to save them. I'll save them for next
All right,
week.
save
Just
'em.
put it out. Just go ahead. I'll
Nope.
send you some more.
Nope, I'll save them.
You've already got everybody in the chat ready now. Come on.
And now you got 20 people in there again.
I'll
Started
tell
with
you.
like 12.
See, I told you the memes would bring us back. The memes will set us free.
The memes will set us free.
So I was driving today, and
What were
on
you
the
driving?
freeway, found a guy in the 3rd lane over on a 6-lane highway with no back tire on the rim, just sending it down the freeway.
Did you? You didn't film that? I mean, I would
I-
have
Short
filmed that.
of it?
So listen, by the time I figured out what was going on and got my camera out,
I would have pulled over and waited.
that was the best I could get.
Oh
Where's the
my!
video?
I mean, he
You
knew,
did a
right?
rear-wheel drive vehicle.
Oh
Like he-
yeah. Oh yeah. He has flashers on and everything, but you see
All
there's
right.
2 more lanes over there that he could be in that he was not in.
But he's in
Nah.
the center one.
He
Nice.
didn't want
Yeah.
to be in those lanes.
Yeah. And he's got his flashers on and he's shooting sparks and he's just sending it right down the freeway, bud.
Fine. Seems fine.
Yeah, by the time I realized what was going on and got my phone up and got it to take the video, it was pretty much over.
I mean, at what point do you make that decision? Like, nope, I just got to make it home. Send it.
Yep. Screw it. Don't care about these.
Well, they don't want to pay for a tow or for somebody to, bring them a tire on the side of the road. So.
Yeah.
What's a rim? Rims are cheap, right?
Oh
Rim's
no,
cheap,
it'll
yeah.
it'll chew the backing plate and the caliber and the bracket. And
Oh, I'm
it does
sure,
bad
yeah.
things.
It
Don't
hadn't
ask
gotten
me how I know.
it hadn't gotten to where the rim was flat yet.
Oh, okay, that's good.
It still had some
So okay, I'm gonna tell you a story.
Oh, story time with dudes.
My buddy, he had an '86 Chevy half-ton square body, and he thought you could
Flashers on
tow a bumper pulled trailer with a very large Bobcat on it
front. I know
anywhere
my truck. I can make it.
with a half-ton. And what he found out is why they put more studs on a 3/4 ton.
Oh, that is the
When
thing.
the studs snap off and the wheel leaves the vehicle while you're pulling said skid loader down a gravel road in the snow, your vehicle ends up in the ditch.
Yes.
And then when you call scumbags like this guy to come help you, and we're just like, just take the skid loader off, drag the trailer out with the skid loader, hook it to my truck, drive back down the road, and we'll stare at your truck until you come back.
Yeah.
So we stored at his truck for a little while. So me and my buddy went, well, fuck, we can drive it. It's not a big deal. It's just missing the wheel and all the studs. So before he could come back, we just drove it to where he was. He's like, what the hell? I thought we were going to bring the trailer back and just load it on the trailer. Like, nah, it's fine. It drives. And then we looked at the damage that created to drive a vehicle without a rim or tire for about 1.5 miles down a gravel road. And yeah, it does bad things.
I can imagine.
How drunk were you when you decided this was a good idea?
Yeah, we weren't. And that's the sad part. It was like, we're helping. And he was literally like, we had a trailer. All we had to do was unload the Bobcat and come back. It's like, nah, we got it. It's fine.
Wow, with friends like you.
I know. I learned something that day.
I can't wait to see the Volvo when it gets here then.
I mean, it wasn't a lesson I had to deal with, but I learned something.
So are you still what's the plan for getting the Volvo down there? I know we were talking about different
Oh, well, the plan
scenarios.
is to use something I've never used before, which is called a car dolly.
Nice.
And I'm going to car dolly the shit out of it because I can get a car dolly for 4 days for like $96.
oh, you
so-
can't beat that at all.
Our dollars are good. They're fine.
Ah,
Yeah.
But here's my quander.
Okay.
My thought. I've towed a lot of things. I've never towed a car dolly. Now, if you're towing a car on a car dolly that doesn't have a motor and transmission, that means there's literally going to be no weight on anything.
Fine.
Yeah, but
It
it's,
doesn't-
it's
doesn't
still
matter.
strapped down by the
There's
wheel.
no drive line
Yeah.
anymore, so that would be what
But
you'd be worried about.
It's riding in the back. So I'm assuming it's going to be like pulling a lightweight, shitty trailer the whole time.
Pretty
Well,
much.
because you have two-wheel contact patches far away from each other,
Yeah.
it shouldn't get a wheel wobble or anything
I
like
was
that.
going to
It should
say,
be fine.
and the tow dolly itself turns as well, like the
Yeah, it does.
So
Yeah.
it should
Well,
pull.
my only thought is just going to be it's going to be going down the road just banging on the hitch the whole time
It
because
should.
there's just going to be no weight on the truck.
It shouldn't.
All right.
But you're right. There's going to be the dollies are set up to where there is no real weight on the hitch. That's the way they're set up to be that way.
Yeah, and they use the car's weight to
backwards.
essentially create that balance. Well, there's no weight in the front of that car.
Yeah. Well, you could revert. You could load it in reverse and lock.
Well, I
the
thought
steering wheel.
about that, but then it's like I don't want to end up with a crab walking car dolly at some point because it goes whoop.
That is a thing that happens. But I mean, just lock the wheel. You'll be fine. What's the worst that'll happen?
Be fine. Get one of those bars, like
Yeah,
I said just tow it and roll.
Jesse right here.
it'll be fine. I'm not worried
Exactly.
about it. I'm just kind of like, it might be a little, just slightly like uncomfortable the whole time. But that's if it bothers me, I'll just throw some weight in the truck. Maybe that.
Yeah, Shade Tree says it's a good point. They're not easy to back up because of the pivot point deal. So pull throughs, you're going to be your friend.
I've towed a minivan with I took the engine and transmission out from underneath, and then I put the A-frame whatever back up in it, and I towed it. I put the engine and transmission in the back because I took parts off I needed, and I put it in the back of the minivan, and then put it on the car dolly and towed it.
So John says he used to dolly a Beetle, which all the engines in the back on those.
There you go.
Not a problem.
I've just never ran one, so it's going to be just an interesting experience because I was just trailer.
A couple of tractors.
Well, what I was going to say is I didn't know.
There you go.
From
just put your bags in the engine compartment and it'll weigh it down.
Yes.
Well, those U-Haul dollies are pretty nice too. They got all sorts of shock absorbers on the hitch and everything.
Yeah.
So,
and they got brakes built into the hitch and everything for it too.
Yeah, and then they have the good tie downs and stuff. So.
Yeah.
Well, it was the difference of for 4 days to get a full car trailer was almost $500.
God damn!
And to get the car dolly, it's under 100. So it's like, well, that's not even worth talking about.
Yeah,
I bet you the way the weight's going to be distributed, I bet it's going to feel actually nice.
Fucking glide back there. Want to go even there? I'll be like, oh, there's a car back there. Oh shit.
Yeah. When it falls off, you won't even know.
It's like, oh, let's turn back around.
Well, guys, I think I'm gonna sign off. I'm getting hungry, so haven't eaten.
All right, brother. Yeah.
But thanks for having me.
Hey,
go eat you some fries with gravy on them.
No, I don't need that this time of night.
Gravy Twinkies.
Oh, Twinkies. I do have those.
Ooh, Twinkies.
Yeah, that could be good. All right. Have a good one, everyone.
You too, brother.
Hey, bud.
So what else was I going to talk about earlier? I don't remember.
Jeff Tree says it will bounce around. That minivan I was pulling, it didn't bounce at all. I only drove like 70 miles, but yeah, I mean, it was fine.
Barely an inconvenience.
So I did the gas pricing on it, and if 650 miles there, 650 miles back, so you're only looking at 2 tanks of gas there, 2 tanks of gas back. So it's probably only going to be close to like $600 round trip. So.
Yeah, well, it was. It's prices are just going through the fucking roof
but
right now,
it's
dude.
still relative. It's still not going to like double the price. So.
It's already almost doubled in the last month.
No.
It's gone up 40 cents. I mean, 40 cents is not half of $3.
It's gone up more than
40
up
20 cents here.
Yeah. Dang you, government.
Either way, it sure is
up here before you leave. Then if gas is that high up there,
it's about
it's going to get
340
so
to
bad.
360.
This trip is going to cost me almost double what it was going to cost me.
Yeah, but you have to go home, so
I know, and I have to take a heavy ass fucking trailer with me.
just tell your wife. She's like, sorry, gas prices and all. I'm just gonna have to stay for a little while longer.
well, why don't you just fly home? Why don't you just drive that stuff here and then fly home, and I'll just keep it.
Oh, you just keep my whole trailer and car and truck and the whole 9
He'll
yards.
build the rest of the Subaru for you.
Oh yeah.
I'll get that done for you.
You get that done for you. Put it on his list of things. I mean, you'll teach him how to do the Volvo build, and then he'll be right up to be doing that Subaru build. And
There we go.
Experts here, man.
Facts.
Diesel's up $1. See, I don't buy diesel, so
Yeah, that's the thing. I do.
I have always been a naysayer on the cost savings of diesel.
If you're getting a diesel truck for cost savings, you're an idiot.
Exactly. And everybody will say, I get better mileage. Yeah, but you pay more for everything.
My fancy tow truck isn't done.
I mean, it's
So
a
the only
better
reason
truck.
I have the diesel is for pulling the big
Yes,
loads.
and we're not arguing that. Like, it's going to be better for that. That's why it's built.
Certainly.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it just comes down to, I just love people who are like, I'm saving so much money by having this truck over at gas. And I'm like, no, you're not. No. And the fact that you don't use it the way you should makes it even worse.
Now, the one thing I do like about mine, well, right now it kind of sucks, is that because I don't drive a whole lot with it and it has such a huge tank, I can go like a month and a half without filling up, which when gas is going down is a good thing. But when gas is coming up, it's like $1 difference from the last time I filled up.
Well, we can get Russia and Saudi Arabia to be, to be competing again.
Or if we just, started turning on our pumps and doing our own.
Well, they did just open the reserves or whatever. So.
Oh, did they?
Pipeline that we may have shut down.
Oh yeah, the pipeline we stopped building because we were gonna Russia's oil was way cheaper, and we're gonna do that.
Well, we weren't getting into that anyway. That was Canadian oil being sold to somebody else. It was just we're getting paid for it to go through the U.S.
Okay,
that wouldn't have saved us anything.
Yeah.
Well, it's still oil being available.
Well, it's not that the oil availability. See.
It totally is availability.
It goes back to the green agenda and then forcing EV cars down our throat, guys.
No, it's not either. If y'all will go back, when Russia and Saudi Arabia were competing, that's when the oil prices went way down, right?
Sure.
Because they were competing, so they were both going down to see who'd be the lowest. And then the last president signed into law saying that our oil companies here couldn't compete with them. So he wanted them to bring the prices back up so they could make money. The oil companies here in the U.S. could make money. So that's why the oil prices are going up. They're going to continue to go up.
This all makes sense.
That was the last president actually there, but
I don't know if any of that's true.
Look it up.
Yeah.
Look it up. Look it up.
Sounds like oil science to me.
Yeah. Look it up. But with them not competing anymore, it's like they just write what they want on there, and that's what we're going to pay.
Well, yeah. And see, that goes back to that. We can all complain about the government does not mean to be involved in things, but the government regulates power and the costs of power.
Correct.
But they do not regulate fuel.
No, I'm not a Biden guy either.
If we really want something to be fixed,
draft dodging pussies. Anyway,
if we really want something to be fixed, the government should step in and regulate fuel costs.
Oh yeah, but they never will.
They never will because lobbyists.
Cool. Well, because there's too much money.
Yeah.
They make too much money.
Well, yeah. Also, look at them. You listen. You know how many in the government are playing the market on? Look at how cheap diesel fuel, all fuels were before the administration changed, and how it's just gone up and up and up.
Sure.
If you bought in because you knew that was going to happen on fuel futures, you made a shit ton of money because you knew that was coming.
Well, think about. I don't know if you guys ever seen the meme. It was years ago, but I still think it's funny every time I see it. It's like the senators all wearing like the NASCAR jackets with all the brands on them.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think they should be. So at least then we know whose fucking hand is up their ass. Yeah, who's fucking the puppet master?
BP, Walmart, put the brands on.
I'm okay with that. I want to know who owns you. It just makes it easier for me to figure it out.
Fuck all of them. Anyway.
The worst thing that ever happened is when they were able to decide on their own raises and their own fucking shit. That's all of their raises and everything should be approved by us. And when they suck, we should be able to be like, yeah, no, you suck. We're going to take money away and give that money back to whatever the fuck we want to give it to.
Yeah.
We would never do that because people are dumb and sheeple.
Yes. Well, and I tell people all the time, I love this country, but the government, not so much. But anyway, we can get back to car stuff. Oh, he gone.
Wow. He just left.
He'll be back.
He's gone.
Maybe his internet crashed or something.
He might have.
How come Europe cars get... Because most of them are diesels, and they're mostly 5-speed or standard.
Europe cars get way better miles. Do they get better miles to the gallon now?
Well, most of them are diesel, and most of them are standard shift.
Well, and
they get about 40 miles a gallon.
And a lot of them were faking their shit.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's for sure.
Oh, you're back.
There he is.
I don't know what the fuck. Let's try to find. Never mind. I fixed it.
Chef Shaytree, I would
Yeah.
say you need to. I guess you're a Trumpy, and that's cool, but you need to go look it actually up. That's not true. We were not energy independent at all, not even close. We were on that Saudi tit.
Well, I know we were producing a lot more than we did because I got a friend. She works
We were.
for the oil, and it's the first thing they did when they took over was put a total stop to new oil producing permits. So they put a full stop to that.
I'm completely out of the understanding of what we're talking about right now.
Yeah, but it wasn't like the administration did it. It was the company that did that.
Well, no, anyone that
she works for a government. She works for a government company, government agency. That so say you own someplace that has oil. In order for you to take that oil out of the ground, you need to get a permit from us because everything needs a permit.
You gotta get a permit. You gotta get a permit for everything. You gotta get
for everything.
You gotta get a permit.
For everything.
You know,
when
fuel,
the new administration came in, and right about the time they ended that pipeline deal, they put a moratorium or whatever you want to call it on those permits. No more new permits can be taken out.
So it's only the ones that are already pumping. Is what
yes. And then those permits, I believe, are time sensitive. They're only good for a certain amount of time. Don't quote me on that. I'd have to ask her, exactly on that. So I know that is a thing that I know for a fact happened, and that's just because I know somebody that works in there, and they told me that. Outside of that, I'm not going to do the research to figure out who did or didn't do what. I just know
you can do all the research you want, but you're not going to change anything. So
and that's what I'm saying. At the end of the day, I know it was cheaper back then. Now it's not.
Obviously,
And I don't like that. Because this trip, if I'd have made this trip, this is the other thing that pisses me off. If I'd have made and not had to come here for 2 years, this trip would have cost me half of what it's going to end up costing me.
Well, if you think about it, though, by the time it comes around, that's about the time the oil reserves will start making its way to the market.
Hopefully,
about that time, it should be cheaper for you.
Hopefully, I'm hoping, man. I actually debated getting a skinny fucking diesel tank, bed tank, and trying to get in on what it is now before it keeps going up.
Chef Shaytree, that pipeline that he shut down, that oil was not for the U.S. That was Canadian oil going to other places. It wasn't anything to do with the U.S.
Yeah, but doesn't that slow down the amount of oil from their Canadian oil going out, which hurts the market, right? No. Well, I mean, because like you were saying, if Russia and Saudi were fighting back, so if Canadia's putting some out there, that would help lower.
But they're not
right?
They weren't putting much at all, and it was crude oil. It wasn't the same type of oil they make fuel out of. And then also, the stuff, it was tar oil. It was sand oil.
Well,
it was coming from
to be fair, a lot of those Navy ships are nuclear. Just saying. So the jets,
what kind of MTG do you get wasted? What do you get, about 12 miles a gallon?
Pulling the big trailer, probably less than that.
Oof. Go past our economy. So probably.
Yeah, it's not good. I can tell you that for sure. Pulling the big, I mean, that trailer's heavy, man. So it does better than my old Ford with a 460 did with a big load.
I don't know, Boston. I don't think Biden's there. I think he's out of it. I mean, I don't know if he knows where he's at sometimes. I don't know if he's
well, and that's the other thing. I don't know if they've turned him back on or not. I just remember her saying that when it happened, and I never really, it's not like I checked in with it they could have turned it back on 2 months later for all I know. I just remember that being a thing.
Chef Shaytree, the Keystone Pipeline the only way it was benefiting the U.S. was the people who was getting the money from where the pipeline was going.
Well, and all the people we were paying, the jobs, it shut down a bunch of jobs for people building it.
I understand that. I'm just saying that.
Oh,
not like it was benefiting the people. It was the rich people getting rich. I mean, they did have some jobs, but even then, it was temporary jobs. So
he said it killed jobs wherever he's at.
I believe it.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that
we'll have to use our reserves, but
so actual information, newest out there as of 2022, January 21st. After the first year of Biden's presidency, drilling permits stopped But then they came up again, and he issued 34% more permits than the previous administration.
See, there you go. I said that was maybe a thing. I just know that it did stop.
Yep. But he issued more, but that was probably to compensate for the ones he didn't issue to begin with.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know.
Is it more than the previous administration or more than zero?
More than the previous administration for the year after he stopped them altogether.
Yeah, so trying to catch it up. So yeah, it's how you present the numbers type of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So so there was no new drilling permits for an entire year, is what you're saying.
Well, for the first year, it was very scarce, is what it says.
All right, yeah. Like I said, I knew that was a thing, and like I said, I didn't know exactly when it ended or how that went.
And the reason for that, I would like to know that, because there's always a backhanded reason for that stuff.
Well, everybody heard about him pulling the permits, apparently.
But why?
Well, no, I don't know that everyone heard about it. The only reason I heard about it was because I know somebody who works in an agency that deals with that. I don't think that was.
And it says the permits were only pulled on public ground.
Like I said, I don't know
that's
all of that.
North Dakota, Montana, Wyoming, New Mexico, California, Alaska.
So the public park, the parks, and all the
public. Government-owned public ground.
Not necessarily parks. You can't drill on parks, but the government owns so much.
Land. Because Trump,
the last president made where we could drill.
Trump made it completely so you could where you couldn't before.
Right.
He removed all the rules that protected government lands.
Well, yeah, Fox, I get that permits is not instant oil. It takes time, about 2 year and a half.
For sure.
Roughly where we are.
You're right. Politics
right now.
is a sore subject, And
well, I'm not on either side of the politics of it. Yeah. I just like to read the facts of why they're doing it. Everyone has their own agenda. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't. I just want it to be cheaper.
Nice. I mean, I know I'm going to be driving less of my cars this summer.
The stuff they just approved opening the reserves, by the time it goes through everything, it should be about the time that you're traveling. So hopefully by then it'll start dipping.
We'll see.
We may be way off. It may go up another 40 cents before it starts dipping or something.
And here's what you got to remember. So, like, if you go back to 2007, when we were all really going crazy about gas prices and they were getting above $2 a gallon, $2.30, and everybody stopped driving their cars and started doing all this shit. And then it was just kind of like it became normal. No one cared. Everybody adjusted for it, created inflation. Things move on.
All critics agree.
It's something that it comes and goes. Everyone's not going to care about it once it's $3 a gallon all the time.
That might be part of it. Midnight. You're right.
That definitely has.
People they're not going to stop driving. You know what I'm saying? So
a lot of us couldn't. You know what I mean? I loved it when the pandemic was in full swing and no one was going to work.
And that's a good point.
So quickly, it was
the value of oil was nothing during the pandemic.
It was costing them money to keep it places.
Correct. So that is something to consider. You can blame the administrations, but the fact is there was other things going on that has nothing to do with what administration was imposed.
Oh, yeah. And then, of course, everyone who makes oil wanted this to happen to make up for those years.
Yeah, they're not willing to take the hit.
No, fuck no.
Yeah, so, you don't think they got together and were like, hey, we had some big losses over here, and we need to get that back. So,
yeah.
We made record profits before.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, no, we didn't. They didn't take a loss in those years. They just didn't make record profits. That was the problem.
Correct. Right. Yes, and that's exactly. It's just like the power industry. Power industry never takes a loss. They just make a little less.
Yeah. Yeah.
But we spent all this money on new energy, but new energy equals more money next year. So.
Weird. Well, it's like my buddy who lives in Southern Maryland said the power company down there just jacked everyone's rates, just sent them through the roof because of price of fuel or whatever.
And that's just it. So they cannot regulate fuel. The government can't do that. So anytime you enter into natural gas, fuel oils, anything like that, the power company has to send that directly to the user because they're not going to take the hit. Nope. So it goes back to we can regulate power with our government, but we can't regulate fuel. That makes no sense.
Right.
Well, and so that's the thing. We've moved, because coal power is bad. So now we do natural gas power.
No, it's just as bad.
Well, I get that, but the coal didn't seem to fluctuate with the market as hard as the gas seems to.
Yeah, because now we actually have clean burning coal and we have scrubbers, and coal's really not that bad for the environment. Quotients.
Is that
Just
what
as
you're
bad as it's been. It's less harmful than it used to be. Let's go with that.
Sure.
But
Why not?
it's still more harmful than wind power. If you don't look at
that
what it takes to
depends.
create the wind turbine
exactly.
itself.
Or what do you do with the wind turbine when it's past its lifespan?
But that's all industry.
How long is the lifespan on it? I mean, what I'm
30
saying
years.
is, why not use it all? Why not
30
use it all
years.
until we are able to find something that works better than all of it?
Well, and that's
Well,
just
Right
it.
now,
we're-
none of it works great.
You know what
We're
works better than
leading
all of that?
nuclear.
Power.
But there's
It
nowhere to
works
go with that way.
the best.
Yeah, but that's always
Hey, so what parts do you have for the Volvo swap?
there's parts.
Okay, all right. I get
There's
the
a
hint there.
Volvo.
Good call, John. I get it.
So I'm going
So
to tell us.
Go ahead.
Let's segue into a completely different discussion.
Let's go.
Early on in this live stream, we talked about certain streets in New Orleans that if you think it's water, it's probably not. So let's go
Bourbon
back to the
Street.
story
Canal Street.
I wanted to tell.
Magazine Street. There's a lot of those actually.
I have a good friend of mine that he likes to drink a copious amounts of alcohol.
Is
And
this
one
a story
night,
about you,
hey, friend.
where you say
So-
it's a friend, but this is
No,
actually
no,
you
it's a
story?
friend. It's a
Okay,
friend.
okay. Just wondering.
It's a friend. I would not have done this. I have better. Yes. So
I
I had a good buddy of mine, went out drinking one night. He had a lot of shitty friends at the time that roomed with him, and he had a brand new laptop. And he passed out, woke up the next day, and found his brand new laptop laying open on the floor in a puddle of liquid.
Oh no.
So he picked his laptop up, brushed it off, was kind of instantly tried to turn it on for some reason because that's
dumb.
the worst
What you do,
idea
right?
ever. But it gets worse than that. So he gave it the smell test. Doesn't smell like anything.
Mm.
And then he tasted it.
Oh, who does this?
Who indeed? Why? If there's liquid on anything, taste is never an option.
I'm
Drop the
assuming
table.
it tasted like ginger Mountain Dew.
No.
Well, listen, I'm gonna say, how's it go? It's sterile, and I like the way it tastes.
Yeah, it's not bad for you. He did follow it up it tasted, like berries, so it must have been a fruit cocktail of some kind.
No.
And I'm like, you just keep sticking with that, bud, because you're gonna have to take that to your grave.
So who peed on his laptop? He did?
Well, the jury's out on that one. And then the worst part is, he still used the laptop, so
I mean, if it works,
You know.
if it's a shit. So the first time I ever met my my brother-in-law and my father-in-law was at my brother-in-law's house in Virginia Tech, or no, was it Richmond? It was in Richmond. Whatever. He was at
it's
college.
irrelevant.
It was a flop house of like 6 dudes that lived in this place, college partying. We come up there on the day that they're doing what's called the beer mile or whatever, where basically,
It's like a hazing thing.
well, no, you run it's a marathon,
Oh.
but you stop at bars like they're not very far apart.
Okay.
And
It's
you
an
a
actual
bar
marathon
crawl.
now?
yeah, well, it's not like as long as a real marathon. They
Okay.
call it a marathon. It's shorter because obviously
We're
you're
calling
fucking-
7 miles. We're gonna say
probably not even that.
okay, 5.
So anyhow, these guys come back and they are shit housed. The brother is not. He was there to meet us. The dad and his, my wife and us were sitting there, and this is the first time I'm meeting them all. And these guys come back, they're hammered, drunk, making noises, doing whatever. I'm just like, yeah, this is normal Navy shit, whatever. I don't really care. These guys are fine. So all of a sudden, this dude, okay, the way this is set up, you got a bedroom here. There's a door to come in it the one way, and then there's a door on the side of it that leads to a hallway, and in the middle of the hallway is the bathroom. And that kind of hallway connects like 2 or 3 rooms. Dude comes in from the bathroom door, the door that would go to the bathroom, comes into the room, doesn't even acknowledge anyone in the room, just kind of scans over and then like squares up on the bookshelf and like starts getting his shit together. And I'm just like, this is about to happen. And my wife grabs him. He's like, no. And like walks him down and the rest of us are just sitting in the room like, that was about to happen. And I'm like, I was about to let it happen. Like your shit just almost got peed on, bud. VCU. Yep. That's what it is.
We used to have a bus, a Minty International bus. She was about an 80s model. And
Is this the one with the couches?
yeah. We used to go drinking and hang out in the bus, and that was a thing. And you'd end up passing out in the bus. It's a good place to sleep. So when other people outside the bus would want to get in the bus, they would just have to bang on the doors, and somebody from the inside would have to open them, obviously. One night, one of our fellow gentlemen, he liked to go to the front door of the bus, open it, and pee out the door. It's too much to walk out of the bus.
Yeah.
So evidently, somebody banging on the door must have triggered his brain to like, hey, I need to go take a leak.
Oh, no.
So he initially went to the same door where the other drunk person was standing there beating on said door to get in said bus, and he opened door and just kind of let her go. Now, this was not intentional. It did create quite an incident because that's not something you really want to deal with.
How quickly did he get his junk out from opening the door?
He may have been very naked before he ever got to the door. So
that makes a lot more sense now.
Yeah.
Things are coming together.
Yeah. So it was a whole lot of just, what's gonna, I don't know. That's definitely your problem. And I'm closing the door really fast because decisions have been made.
Oh, no. Mistakes have been made. That's what that was.
We'll have that with these incidents.
Oh, on these big jobs.
So, I got a question for you, Mr. Carburetor Dudes with Wrenches.
All right.
So, I've been working on this fucking carburetor.
Ford.
No, on a Chevy. I got the Ford one figured.
Okay. What Chevy you got with a carburetor?
El Camino.
Okay.
So it's a 350 with a
okay.
four-barrel.
Start back. What carburetor do we have? 1406 Elbrock?
Nope. I wish.
Right.
4-barrel quadra-drunk.
Okay.
And so I rebuilt it.
All right. Well,
because it was Anyway,
you can do that.
Sure. I'm pretty sure I got about together.
People can do that.
So it idles and runs. I've got the time and everything. I took it back top. I did everything to get it right.
Yeah.
So it idles and runs pretty smooth.
And it just goes and just dies out.
When you're driving, it does fine. But if you goose it or if you try to get on it, then it dies.
Yep.
Accelerator pump.
That's what I was thinking, accelerator pump. But I just took it back out, and it seems to be operating correctly.
So you either have a gasket that's ripped and it's pulling air somewhere in. So what you can do is just like spray some, anything, carb cleaner, whatever, around the carb while it's running and see if it idles up or down. Because maybe one of the gaskets in the carburetor is nicked. So essentially it's pulling in air from the outside world when you gun it. It's just.
That could be it.
Yep. So you're creating a huge vacuum void.
I guess what I was going to ask, how do I know the accelerator pump is bad? I mean, it moves up and down.
That definitely sounds like an accelerator pump issue, but accelerator pumps are like anything else. It's all very small moving parts. I mean, if it's all clean, it looks right. It should work, but
it looked pretty basic. I didn't know the little O-ring, the little rubber O-ring was good. I didn't see anything wrong.
So did you replace any of those rubber?
Say again?
Did you replace any of those rubber O-rings?
No.
Did it do that before you rebuilt it?
No.
So it's a problem.
Well, it did, but so it ran fine until the coil on the distributor went out.
Okay.
And then it started having all kind of problems. And then it was, but apparently it wasn't really running fine to begin with. It just seemed like it was running fine because it was way over fueling.
Yeah. So yeah, like Fox Can Fix It saying down here, there should be a ball on your secondary butterflies, air horn jams. If you over tighten bolts. There's a lot of science in a quadrajet to where if any of your seals are out, any of those little pieces are working, it's going to cause that exact issue.
Well, in the top plate gasket, there is a rip.
Okay.
Oh, well, yeah.
But I don't see where the air, it's all on the fuel side where the flow is.
So, and this goes back to having an air fuel ratio. So when it flops, when you just give it the throttle and it dies out, does it feel like it's dying because of overfueling, or does it feel like it's not fueling?
I don't know. It just dies.
I mean, that tells a big difference on which direction.
To start it back up, I've got to put the fuel pedal all the way to the floor, and then it starts back up.
Yeah, so I bet it's flooding.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Because it dumped when I put it to the floor, I think it dumped the fuel.
Well, you're going as much air as possible at that point.
You're putting max. Well, it could just be max fuel in it, so it's not.
Well, I'm saying in order to get it to restart, he said he has to max it.
What I was thinking about doing was just getting on the computer and buying a Edelbrock plug and play carburetor. But they are a lot more expensive than they used to be.
Oh yeah.
I mean, what? They're about $300.
More than that.
How much have they gone up?
$460, something like that.
Well, the one I would suggest you to get, I haven't used it yet, but it is a lot better design. Is they're about $433. Well, it comes down to you don't need a choke, so you can go no choke.
Okay. I just need it to run right so I can sell it. I'm gonna be done with it. This one only.
So here's what you can do: go on Summit, and Summit makes a lot of really good rebuilt quadrajets.
Okay.
And that thing will just work then. It'll be a direct bolt on. You don't got to buy any adapters.
That's what I did on the Ford. Was just get I got on Amazon and bought a little cheap 2-barrel off-brand.
Tell you the truth, a Summit Performance Quadrajet, like their version of the Quadrajet, is actually going to give you better performance than the Edelbrock 1406. It will.
Wow. And it's still plug and play pretty much. I mean,
it'll be an exact bolt on. You'll have to change nothing. To where if you go with the Edelbrock, it's not only the price of the Edelbrock, but then you're going to have to buy the adapter plate. You're going to have to change your linkages.
Yeah.
It's a whole other thing. It's actually, if you just want to make it run and go, it'll be cheaper in the long run. It'll have better performance and it'll work just to buy the Summit brand Quadrajet. That would be my suggestion.
Said the 600 CFM carbs are cheaper than the smaller ones.
They are. And you don't need a 650 at all.
Yeah, I was about to say, I don't need anything that big. It's just
you can actually go 500 and it wouldn't care.
Let's see. I'm going to look one up.
He said accelerator pump link in the wrong hole. I mean, anytime you get it in the wrong hole, that is definitely an issue.
I don't see on this one, I know they're all different, but on this one, I don't see how I could put it in the wrong hole.
Well, there's on the armature, if that's what we're talking about, you can actually move that hole on the armature, which actually makes it go farther than it should when you full throttle it. And you can adjust that armature to be less or more. So it's going to open or close it farther when you give it full throttle.
Well, on this one, the accelerator pump's in the front right. When you're looking at it anyway, it's in the front right part of it.
Yep.
And then there's one hole that it sits in and one hole that it pops out of. And then there's an arm that comes over and pushes it up.
And some of them are not adjustable. Some of them are.
No, this
not
is
all quadrujets are created equal.
This is definitely an 80s quadrujet. It's not an older one. So.
Son of a bitch.
Okay.
Summit says they're worth. Nope. I mean, performance wise,
cheaper, not really.
But you got to look at what you're not getting with the Edelbrock.
$373.
Yeah, and when you're buying the Edelbrock, you're going to spend that $400, and that doesn't account for anything else you got to buy to make that thing bolt on.
Yeah.
And that's the thing they don't tell you. It's not a direct bolt on. Yeah, it bolts on, but you're going to have to put an adapter plate. You're going to have to. On. Yeah.
Well, this one has some kind of electric choke.
Well, that's the other thing too. So look for a manual choke or no choke, and it'll be cheaper.
The other problem is this thing is not off of this engine is not correct to the vehicle, obviously. So
yeah, okay.
So
I can't really look it up for that vehicle because obviously it's
one. A quadrujet's a quadrujet. They still all bolt onto the same plate. It's just they had different options for different features of the vehicle. So if you go back to a basic, let's say, look it up for a 74 Chevy pickup.
Sure.
It's going to have the most basic crap a quadrujet you can get, and it'll just hook up and go. Because I'm assuming, what year motor is it? Is it a 90s motor? Does it have
it's
center bolt valve covers or?
There's 6 bolts on the valve cover.
But they're on the outside, not down the middle?
Correct. Oh, yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah.
What are you giggling about over there?
John was saying you can see how the wrong hole would make her fall flat on her face. And then he said ring wrong, and then it did it again, and then he said never mind. But I got it. I got it.
On
This guy's Googled
here,
that.
you can search by the engine instead of the vehicle.
Yeah.
That's cool. But I'll still go with like a 75.
Yeah, because that's going to be your more basic. That's before emissions crap. That's before.
Okay.
He says he finds local carb shop. You know, somebody does carbs local or Mike's
Yeah, I never
Carb
did.
Shop online.
I'm the only guy left. I've rebuilt my fair share of quadrujets. I've had problems. And there's actually, like, I can go grab the book right now that'll tell you, you know, where your accelerator pump runs. That can actually become essentially wallered out. Best term for it.
And it might be.
And it doesn't matter what O-rings you have on there. It doesn't matter what you do to rebuild that
I'm
thing.
looking where it's
gonna
supposed to go down. When that plunger, the O-ring goes down, is it supposed to create a seal?
Yeah.
There's no way it's going to create a seal. It is. It's not going to happen.
Well, and that's the other thing
that
too.
could
So
be a
your
problem.
O-rings could have deteriorated, and you need to put new O-rings on your accelerator pump. And the kit should have come with that.
How many leftover pieces did you have when you were done with that?
A
kit?
lot. Quadrujet rebuild kits are for lots of years.
Well, and I had a rebuild kit, but it was way different. It had so the float had a needle
and
or point on it instead of a round.
all quadrujets are not created equal. There is so many different variations of the quadrujet.
Research, I'm like,
You
damn,
got to
there's so
actually
many
pull
different-
the serial number off your quadrujet and then reference that to your kit, and it only fits certain serial numbered quadrujets per kit.
Hmm.
If you don't do that, you're Scrooged because you're just getting a bunch of parts that are not correct for that carburetor.
Hmm.
Here, one sec.
Wrong length pump will also do that. Wallered out holes are never good.
Yeah, right. They're never fun, right?
He says right.
Never fun.
Right.
Yeah, I'm so tired of fucking with this carburetor, man. I fucking hate carburetors. I guess
He's saying the wrong kit may have the wrong carb. Body gasket just leaking fuel down.
yeah. Whoever did this work on this is not. They didn't do a great job. Okay, so
Man.
yeah. So the one from the 75 pickup looks like the one that's on there. And it's 300.
I had to go down to my bookshelf.
Oh.
There's the Haynes Tech Manual for Rochesters. There's the full how-to rebuild.
Well, and I guess what I did was I bought a rebuild kit for the El Camino.
He's over there.
He's got a point here. Dude, listen, the chat's on point over here tonight, boys.
Chat's just moving. So is the accelerator pump dead center? Is it off to the right?
It's on the right.
Okay. So I don't know if you can see that one. Does it look like that guy?
Come on the left there. No, kinda. It has a spring obviously in there, but yeah, there's just not really. It doesn't have the two holes on the outside, and then it's missing.
So it isn't a fuel valve style.
No.
Okay. Like I said, there's a lot of different kinds.
I could put a two barrel on there, huh?
Well, if you want to change the intake or put a whole plate on it, and
yeah.
so this tells you all the different serial numbers you have to know.
For the Ford, I just bought an El Cheapo Amazon.
So Ford standard two barrel is Ford standard two barrel.
Yeah.
Period. Quadrujets were their own thing. I mean, and then depending on the year,
the carburetors for the Chevy, they're way more expensive.
Yep. Well, it's because people buy them.
Yeah, they're better.
Well, supply and demand.
I'd say they're better. That Ford was a lot, it's more simple. But even
So
after
this
doing
is
the
telling
Ford,
you,
it's good.
you know, this shows you like what little spots you're supposed to drill out to put bigger fuel in it, and you know all the different.
Yeah.
This breaks it down completely on where you have to cut the gasket if you have the wrong gasket kit for certain serial models. Yeah. I have messed around with quadrajets in a bad way, and what I'll tell you, it's always easier to buy a new one or just get an Edelbrock.
That's what I'm. God, I just don't want to pay it.
Here you go. Here's a question from Fox.
Yeah. So yes, no, I didn't at first, but then when I started my YouTube University search, I did go back and pull it back apart and oil it. Yes. Ford or auto lights. The Ford that I have was a Motorcraft. In fact, where's it? It's right here.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you want to wait, but it all depends on how fast you want to get rid of this car.
I would like to get rid of it today.
Well,
I'm not going to take $2,500 for it. So, you know, I put it online. I'm like, this is what's going on with it.
Oh,
come get it. I've had a couple people like $2,500. I'm like, fuck you.
Can you hear that?
Yeah. He's out there getting him some.
Oh,
it's solid sheet ice out there, and people are just sending it to go up the hill.
Just send it.
So most likely I will still have it. Hopefully I don't. Hopefully it'll be sold.
Well, depending on if you still have it, I'll throw a couple quadrojets in the truck.
Oh, just a couple. We got them laying around. Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this: Big
Shelf
Block
on
402 is the carburetor man, so he'll be here too.
There you go.
I know I had one that worked absolutely perfectly on the motor that I put in the Camaro, and it's sitting down on a shelf in my lower garage right now. And that thing worked good. It had the perfect, just roll into the throttle, a little bit of hesitation, and just balls out 4-barrel awesomeness.
If you want to bring it down, just in case, I'll let you know I still have the car. But if you bring it, I'll give you a Motorcraft one and the one that's on there.
I could actually use the Motorcraft, but
it's I did rebuild this one, but it is the reason I just bought a new one because when I started going back together, it's missing a little rod here and the rod that goes here.
It's probably for the choke.
One of them is for the choke, and then one of them's for something else.
This book smell old.
Anyway, you can buy the parts, but I was just like, for the price, it was $88 for a new carburetor for the Ford. So I just got a brand new carburetor.
This tells you how to bolt together a Chevy Big Block, make 600 horsepower on pump gas.
Nice.
I even have a note tagged in here.
390. I gotta pee.
Why are we looking at me?
Oh,
You said you had a note. I thought you were about to show us a note.
I don't know where this is. What the hell this is? What is this? Well, I bought some tires, evidently. It's an O'Reilly's gasket kit for a small block Chevy.
Still got to go pick that up.
Well, this was from 2014, so I think we're good.
Either you got it or they sent it back.
Yep. Cost me $56 to buy a whole gasket kit for a small block Chevy in 2014. I don't know. Is that cheap?
Fuck, I know.
Yeah, fuck. I don't know. Just buy that shit. I don't fucking look at what it costs. When you need it, you need it. Isn't that how it works?
I do look at how much it costs, but I don't know how much it used to cost or does cost now in order to give you a comparison price. What I do know is for parts like the fuel injectors, I still haven't bought for the Subaru that I've been looking at for 2 years now.
Yeah, you keep talking about that.
I know. Should have bought it 2 years
horrible
ago.
You're getting furked.
Yeah, and it's just getting worse.
Here, this book actually breaks down troubleshooting steps based on the problem. Oh, damn. Oxygen sensor, mixture solenoid.
Oh, I just got another offer on El Camino. Let's see what they offer here.
Barometric pressure sensor. You know, realistically, at the end of the day, the carburetor is only going to cost them $430. If they're not a complete idiot and they can install it themselves, I would market that as I'll just take $400 off the already value I want, and you can go get yourself a carburetor.
Right. That's what
you're not
that's what
losing
I was
anything
trying to-
on that deal.
Yeah.
What was the offer?
That offer was
They
hell.
wanted to trade a car.
Oh God, that again.
Yeah, I've got a couple car trades that people wanted to trade, and then I got a motorcycle trade earlier. Somebody wanted to trade, and let's put it this way: the best. Well, I did like the truck actually, but the best car so far was a '96 Ford Mustang GT convertible.
For real. Midnight just sent me this one. Tonight while you're all are sleeping.
Come on.
I don't see it. What is he showing there? It's a gas can.
Siphoning gas. Yeah.
Oh.
I've got in the yard right now. I've got like 6 cars, and I got one sitting out the car lot that I'm gonna pull the transmission out of. I think it's almost full of fuel.
So here's a fun one.
Sell that shit right now.
I have had a lot of Chevy.
It actually
pickups.
runs and drives good, Jesse, as long as you don't get on it. Like if you just accelerate normally, it does fine, no problem, smooth.
I have a lot of Chevy pickups that have dual tanks, and a lot of times in Chevy pickups, the dual tanks do not work. It's super common. So you mark what tank doesn't work, and you don't put fuel in it.
Yep.
And then you notice that people might be stealing gas from you.
So
then you make sure to put a very nice concoction of what you would consider probably 7-year-old fuel out of some old gas tanks, some kerosene, and some diesel in the tank you don't use, and let them steal that. And laugh the whole fucking time when you come back and realize, yeah, it's empty. And good luck, sons of bitches.
Jesus. You think they would figure it out? The smell is off, though.
Yeah,
They're stealing gas.
You're not dealing with the top tier people, probably.
Well, I think the people
Yeah,
that were
fair.
stealing my gas for the longest time were teenagers and kids in the local area
sure.
that were gassing up their dirt bikes
Oh,
and their
yeah.
4-wheelers.
You gotta
I'm
get
pretty
them.
sure I ruined a 4-wheeler somewhere, and I'm good with
sure.
that.
Yeah. Cheap Liberty.
How much are you asking for the L carburetor? Actually, right now I have listed at $4,500.
Wow, these dudes are hitting you at 25. God, the balls.
I thought 45 was pretty low. I mean, it's got a
I
brand
think
new
45
transmission in
is
it with
reasonable.
paperwork.
And it's not rusty.
There's rust behind the rear wheels, but it's like pinholes.
What about the frame? Frame's good.
No, there's no Iowa rust for sure. It's
Okay.
just
I could.
old car rust.
How much you want for that car?
I got 4,500 what I listed on it.
Man.
You don't need a fucking.
You know somebody.
Yeah,
that
but I
wants
could
one?
turn around and sell that car for $6,000 the second it gets up here.
Oh, especially put a new carburetor on it because it's got a 350 instead of 305. It has the air conditioner option. It's not hooked up, but it's all got all the stuff for it. The interior, I got every piece for it.
A rust-free El Camino that has a frame in Iowa.
It's got a brand new
$6,000.
transmission. It does run and drive. I mean,
Fuck.
if you want to take it back up there and sell it,
Yeah, because I don't fucking want it.
yeah, I don't know.
You say that coming from the guy who's got too many goddamn cars as it is.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
You need El Camino, dudes. See,
Yeah.
what'll happen is you'll fall in love with it.
I
Because-
fucking won't.
Hey,
He won't.
somebody put Monte Carlo seats in it instead of the bench seat too.
You know, the worst part is, though, I won't fall in love with it, but if my mom sees it, she'll be like, you need to give that to me. And I'll be like, no.
Somebody's done some good work to it. Somebody's done some shitty work to it, like with the engine and stuff. But but it has a new transmission in it.
You need an El Camino, dudes.
Oh, there is a little bit of rust. Oh, yeah. So the cross member on the bed, there's rust right there too. I forgot about that.
Okay.
But it's not. It's not.
113's looking out
It is
for you.
comparable.
Are you texting somebody about your El Camino right now? He's trying to sell it right now.
Shoot, you can sell it. Make them some money. Shoot.
I know people. All right. So
No, they're not the swivel Monte Carlo seats, but I do have the ashtrays behind in the back of them, even though
Noise.
you can't get back there.
yeah, that one's a little nicer than yours. I'm looking for a comparable here.
Midnight has
It's pretty
5
nice
of them
altogether,
apparently.
actually.
All right, so I got 4 in my local area for sale, and they're all bringing $9,000.
Yeah.
Good deal. Well, you mean they're all asking $9,000?
Yes. So then you got to figure 7.
They're probably selling them. I mean, mine's definitely the cheapest one on the market down here, even. So
you got to figure 7. So I'm giving you 45. Once I bring it back, and here you can have this one for 12. It's fully blown.
Oh,
that one's winning awards.
I know where a 6.0 LS swapped Cadillac bagged Cadillac is for $9,000.
It's fully tubbed.
Oof.
The older Cadillac, I think it's 70.
Needs paint, floorboards, windows. Yeah, that's not.
Holy shit!
You're paying too much for that.
No, this one.
What else we got here?
It's.
Got a lot of 66s people want to sell. 86 Olds Cutlass. That looks pretty nice.
I like them, especially T-top ones myself.
This one's pretty mini. It's got Steelies, hood scoop, perfect body.
Oh, it's got these really mint wheels on there too. I forgot about that.
Magnum El Camino today.
A rust-free 86 Olds Cutlass with no motor, a Ford 9, and a hood scoop and some gauges. Okay, so this is not
what it did.
Some factory, $5,800 for a roller.
I believe it. They're getting harder to find.
I don't understand why you can't get $4,500 out of an El Camino.
I don't know.
These G bodies are bringing way money.
They do around here too, but I don't know. Everybody wants to offer me less money, and
I say fuck them.
Well, all right, boys. So we're going to shut this down here on the half hour. I think.
You getting tired? You getting sleepy?
A little bit. Yeah, I got to work tomorrow, and you know,
got to babysit some people.
Doing a little. It's going a little slow. So
for that price, not
18. Come on,
4,500. Come on now. It cost me depending on how far you are. It costs that's some money.
Shut her down at the half hour mark. It's only a half hour early.
I don't think there's enough profit margin in there for me to want to do it.
Yeah,
because I got to bring it back.
Exactly. Well, I mean, if you wanted, I'd obviously sell it to you for cheaper. But
yeah, but I'd hate to be like, hey, Cletus, sell it to me cheaper so I can sell it.
Yeah,
like,
so I can make
more money.
I don't like playing that deal.
That's what I do.
Yeah, I know, but that's not my thing.
Yeah. Do you deliver for that price?
No, I can't. No, I originally was going to sell it for about $5,500, which should have sold easy around here. But the only reason people are hesitant about it is because nobody knows how to work on a carburetor around here anymore, I guess.
Yeah.
So fix the carburetor and raise the price back up and say fuck them.
Yeah. Would I sell it to him for 25? No, I still couldn't do 25.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
got a little more.
4,500. You're gonna have $5,000 into it by the time you get an Edelbrock carbon that's gonna work.
Yeah.
And then you're gonna have to market it for 5,500 just to make any profit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dudes don't put up videos anymore. Cletus puts up videos.
Lately, I've been putting some up. So
he is more than happy. He's more than welcome to go watch any video that's up there. It's good stuff.
Any of the 25?
Yeah, and they're all good. You can watch all of them. They're
okay. So what am I supposed to do tomorrow? That gets me through tonight. Now what am I doing? I want more dudes. What am I supposed to do?
Yeah.
Country Mile, I don't think it's that I'm putting it together wrong. I think there's something wrong with that carburetor.
Yeah, it could be many things.
And it may just be the plunger or the seal on the accelerator pump.
Quadrajet should just be called Rube Goldberg devices of hell because there is so many moving parts in them.
Yeah.
I gotta sit there and tell you, an Edelbrock carb will not outperform a properly fixed Quadrajet. But finding a properly fixed Quadrajet is hard.
Yeah, I believe that.
Hey man, whatever gets you there.
Yeah.
You want more dudes?
Is that the name of your garage? Is that what you named it?
Yeah.
The gay bar?
The gay bar.
Well, what I might do...
Stanley's Hard Rods.
I might just keep the car for a while. Get that carburetor from you, maybe. And then, you know what? Just fix the rust, get it painted, finished all the way out, and then sell it for sure. I know.
She's worth $9. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking... I'm not an El Camino fan, but I see him sell around here all the time for way too much money.
I really thought about LS swapping El Camino, and shoot, I may still do it. Because
Then
then
somebody jump
if
over.
if you LS swap something down here like the El Camino or really anything, but especially like an older G body or truck, they skyrocket value.
Now, I don't want to sound racist because I'm not being racist, but I would think there is a certain.
Normally when you lead
No.
with that, when you lead with, that's like saying, with all due respect, I obviously am about to say something that is very fucking respectful.
Because I don't know, because I don't live in that area of Arkansas, but I would think the big wheel people would want an El Camino.
That's a little south of here.
Okay.
That's Crime Bluff, Monticello kind of area. Yeah, that's.
You don't get that where you are?
I mean, you might.
I mean, that's like a highly sought after vehicle in that instance.
Maybe you might see one around here, but not. It's not like Memphis or nothing. There's not.
Okay.
See, the problem is there's already people that do that, and we don't want to be those people.
Well, there's people do the LS swap the Volvo too, but I'd rather have the Volvo because the wagon's gonna be mine. I'm gonna be driving that car. I don't want to keep the El Camino.
Yeah, a little 2-seater wannabe Corvette truck.
If I was gonna have a truck, I'd have a truck. If I was gonna
Goddamn
have a
you.
G-body, I'd have a G-body.
I've never liked El Caminos. I'm sorry.
I have an El Camino. I don't like it.
I know you do.
I've
It's a
been driving
G-body El Camino too.
Yep,
now that I've been driving it, I like them better than I did. But I still don't like them.
Now I like G-bodies. I mean, it's gonna drive just like a G-body.
Which it kind of float. It kind of got the boaty. It drives great. It drives like a G-body. It's a 2-door G-body.
I don't care for anything you can't put more than 2 people in.
I like 4-door cars.
I like that because I don't have to put more than one other person in it.
Well, then why don't you get the Corvette? I mean the
Corvette. See, exactly.
God. So why don't you trade me for your Z?
Because my Z is already 2 seats, so no. And I already have an El Camino that I'm going to LS swap one day.
And this might be what I do. I might just LS swap this. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I might just park it out in the field and get back to it next year. But I'm definitely not selling it. I'm not giving it away for $2,500.
I am already registered for No Name Nationals. I am going. Hopefully, gas prices come down.
If not,
you're already registered.
Fly. Well, you gotta get your cars there. I was gonna say you could definitely fly in, and then I'll just give you a ride.
Yeah, that's gonna be the trick. Is Jesus, loud noises.
Oh, sorry, I was laying my big knife down.
That's a big old hefty fucker.
Yeah, and I may LS swap the El Camino Country Mile. I mean, right now I'm in a mad rush trying to sell everything, but I've already got my budget for the El Camino for the Volvo build set aside, and now having to pay for the transmission really helps. So.
Yeah. Well, now not paying for a transmission, you could totally buy one of those Hong Kong spoolie boys.
No,
and blow the other transmission to hell and back.
I've already told dudes I'm going to pay for the gas because no reason he has to pay for the gas hauling that some bitch down here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true. As it should be. As it should be.
Whenever I get a package of plain M&Ms.
What?
I don't know. Somebody sent me this review thing.
Oh, it's because you read reviews and they're funny.
Mm-hmm. I'm starting a thing that I'm not telling anybody about, so people are sending me stuff.
Yeah. I remember you told me about it.
Yeah, you've told me about it
yesterday or the day before. I don't remember.
Oh, you told me you were going to do that a long time ago.
Maybe
he's prepping for it now. I went. Hey, yeah, I should send you my comment that I got from that one guy saying that no wonder you only have 1,000 subs because your content is trash or whatever.
Yeah,
content
is garbage.
Yeah, the trash content guy.
I still have that message. I saved it. I thought it was hilarious. I went and see the new Batman.
Did you?
Oh, yeah?
Was it any good? I kind of was interested.
It was very long.
It's very long. Like,
I didn't
did they retell the whole story again?
That is a really good way to describe someone's genitalia, but not a movie.
I didn't realize it was 3 hours until I went there, and I'm like, "What?" The
you didn't realize it until it was done, or you realized it right away, and you were just like,
"And I'm never getting out of this movie ever."
Yeah, there's a lot of wasted time in the movie. I think they could have wrapped it up in 2 hours, and it would have been a good movie.
Here's my question:
just a little long.
Are they trying to tell you the story about Batman like you don't know Batman, or
no? They're not doing an origin story, but they are doing. The story is based on when he's becoming, or he already is Batman, but how he's
evolving,
becoming better Batman.
When he's first Batman.
Yeah, he's a young Batman. He's
when he's
establishing
first
stuff.
actual Batman. So he has like the Batmobile is pretty basic still. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh.
What year is it? Is it based in? It looks like it's based older, right? It's not. Is it not?
No,
now?
I would
They
say
always
that
do that.
because some of the cars are like brand new. So
Brand
So
new.
they didn't
Okay,
really. Did they ever give you a time, or did they just like
Yeah.
generally just figure it out?
okay. Well,
Yeah.
because I wondered because the Joker movie was obviously set up in the 70s, 80s,
70s or whatever. Yeah,
Yeah,
Like,
but that's
Um,
not.
No, I get
Yeah.
that. What then I saw the chart. He's obviously in a Charger for that Batmobile, which made me go, okay, are we in the same
No,
time frame? Is what I was
No.
wondering.
that
I haven't
one.
seen the movie, just bits and pieces.
So, and I'm not going to spoil anything. Don't wait for the end credit.
Because there is no end credit.
No, there is, but all it is a green screen flashing for a second with a question mark because the Riddler. And it says
Yeah.
at the end,
Yeah.
Oh,
and
so
the credits were at least.
it was
25
trash.
Yeah.
It listed everybody that was in the movie.
Well,
Everybody
Swamp
got
Rain
somebody a cup of coffee. Everything.
Oh yeah, midnight. All right, boys. Well, it's that time. We're gonna call it a night. I appreciate everyone coming on. It was a light panel tonight, but I think we made the best of it. Had everybody in here doing our things. Got some new people in. Go check out Old Boston. He seemed pretty cool.
Yeah.
And the whole normal stuff and things. And
He lives
whatnot.
right outside of Boston. For you guys that didn't know.
Yeah, real close, but yeah. All right, and on that one, we're going to send her on up.
Attention, the ball pit has closed. We appreciate you coming along to play in our balls.